The button has been clicketed. Let's see what we got over here now.
Well, you're cleaner anyway.
Oh, well, you know, you did the best you could. That's all I can ask.
I could do the whole show in French if you guys want.
Friends would walk up to me and just be like, "What the f is in your?"
La-di-da.
Oh, ho, ho. I can do it in French too.
That's not
Oh, ho, ho.
Oh,
Welcome to Pulp Alley. That's my Irish accent. I get those two confused. That's my
Check.
Irish
Checkity check
accent. I
my
get those
check
two confused.
checkers.
Are these the...
That's my
Checkity
Irish
check
accent.
my. Okay. Yep.
You forgot.
No, I didn't forget.
I did.
Oh, okay. Don't. Yeah, keep them in there. All right. Idiot luggage. Idiot to his friends. Mr. Luggage to his enemies. We got the Stoot. We got the Daft Fully. Down in lovely Florida, we have the Scudfisher. We have the Nay. We got the Ray. We got the Ptolemachus. We got the Pagum. We got the Neil Morgan. We got the William Schmidt Matson. We got the Paul's Paint Shed. All the way from beautiful England. And we got the David Lowe, the D.W. Lowe. Awesome, awesome. All right, babes. And look, we have the world's most dangerous Bessie. Ba-bam.
I'm a little sleepy.
On the main stage.
me too, Bessie.
All right, babe, click through your clickety-clicks and make sure we got clickety-clacks.
Click, clack. Click, clack. Click.
Clickety-clacking. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think I'm going to scooch this light in a smidge. Please
Ooh, we
don't,
have a Charlie on here,
please
too.
don't trip over. Oh, Charlie. We need to get another game rescheduled. I guess I'll try to have Bessie reach out either today or tomorrow or soon and try and get you rescheduled for another game since we had to skip the last one. Let's see. These chairs should be a little more out of the
Bessie?
way so as not to trip me up and
Huh?
What does your hat say?
Titleist. It says Titleist. It's a golf it's a golf club company. I'm not sure if you're familiar with
Okay.
golf, but it's a game that they play with a little
I
white
see.
ball.
Right. Okay.
Titleist.
Okay.
Kinda. It kinda does. It's in a similar font.
Okay, so here we are playing some lovely Pulp Alley today.
You noticed.
Charlie Stout. Oog! We got Oog in France. Vive la France! I think Mr. Scudfisher is a French speaker. Scudfisher,
Oh.
are you French too?
French Canadian. I don't think it counts.
French Canadian. Right.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I'm actually not French Canadian, but I live in French Canada.
Ah, that's tasty. So here we are, starting up with the Pulp Alley game today. This is a live game. It is unedited. So whatever happens, happens. That's the way we like to do things around here. You know, I do like to watch a lot of games on the YouTube channel. And, you know, I like going back and editing our videos and making them short and concise and, you know, chopping out all the flubs and the, you know, ums and ahs and things like that. But that does take a lot of time and it does make for a nice
Because we
production.
say a lot of ums and ahs.
A lot of ums and ahs. But it's also nice to be able to see a real live game. There is nothing taken out of this. It's whatever happens, happens. So Here we are playing a scenario called The Hostage. And this is scenario number 26 out of the Scenario of the Month series. I don't think I did a lot of changes to this one for this particular play today, other than replacing the NPCs. So the NPCs that are published in the scenario have been swapped out for the ruffians that we were using last week. So makes them, both a little bit worse and a little bit better on some different stuff. So they are different than what's published in the scenario. In the scenario, originally, it was a bunch of cultists and they were true believers. So they basically just rolled 2 dice for everything.
Yeah.
The ruffians are definitely not the same. That's an interesting scenario in this. So we have the hostage in the middle of the table here. We have Ula. Miss Ula here is held inside the tavern and she is actually held. It's not just that the baddie is next to her. She is currently under the control of the bad guy forces.
Yep.
So he is holding the plot point. There are also other baddies kind of scattered around. And there are 4 minor plot points, and they are represented by these small little fires. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the end of each turn, I believe we will get 1. Sweetie, will you switch cameras, please? Hotspots of characters, all the normal, let's see. I think it's at the start of each turn, isn't it? Including turn number 1. Yeah, at the start of each turn, we will get 1 new ruffian will appear at each one of these fires, a D8 in a random directions. But they will not appear there if Mike takes the time to remove that hotspot from the table, just like a normal minor plot point. For this scenario, I had a wild hair, and I made up their own reward cards. So this scenario has its own reward cards. Kind of interesting. I mean, there's not very many that are like that. For some reason, I decided to do that for this one. But what it does do is it means that the minor plot point rewards are not always friendly for the characters. There's actually some of them that you hope you don't draw. The main reward for completing it is that you're eliminating, that spot as a potential hotspot for the baddies to appear. If you happen to get something good, then that's nice too. All right, let's just get this started. We do have our regular group of, they've kind of become our regular group of folks here. We have Gimrak the dwarf. We have Mr. Baggins here, the hobbit. We have Speck over here. And then we have Atheron the elf. So those are our 4 player characters that Mike is playing today. There is not a second player league, but we are doing this more as a game mastered game. So there is only 1 player league, and then there are the non-player characters. You don't have to have a bot league. If you're playing this one solo, you don't have to have a bot league. You simply play against the scenario. We're not doing this one with the solo deck, however. We're still going to just use the fortune cards. All right, Mike, you're starting things off, and I'll try and get you a view of the street here outside of down Archet Way here. So the little village of Archet has been overrun with ruffians. So you have a fire just about 8 inches or so away from you. And you have a ruffian over there is within rushing range. So I don't know if you want to send Gimrak in there to try and cut him down. I don't know if you want to move up Atheron and try and shoot him down. You decide what you want to do, brother, and then you tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to send Gimrak right up into his face.
Okay,
Try to cut him
Gimrak
apart.
comes in with an axe. So there is no This is not being played as a stealth mission. The stealth has come off, and now that they have got into the village of Archet, they are coming at them. So you got plenty of range to rush in there. I'm going to double check some cards.
Stealth
I
is
don't
for
think
elves.
What was that?
I was saying stealth is for elves. Dwarves
Oh,
rush right in.
okay, okay. Gimrak is going in. Gimrak is going in to cause some casualties here amongst the ruffians. Let's see if I can get my pip up. There it is. There it is. Nice little pip. All right. So, I guess we're going to start a fight right there as the ruffian whirls around to engage you.
I
All
forgot
right.
to afford.
So Gimrak is throwing a hefty pile of... How many dice is old Gimrak throwing? 3 die 8 is what he normally gets. But you could... Oh, you know what I forgot to do was get dice out. We might need some dice today. I'm gonna go ahead and get some dice.
Could be handy.
Oops. Oops on me. So if you're new to Pulp Alley, I think you need probably at least a minimum of about 5 dice per type. I like to get 6 out just because, you know, sometimes you're going to need 6. I think we're going to need some D8s, D10s, and D6s. And then I'll get some dice out for the baddies too. I don't think they're going to need a lot. And they also are only using D6s. So only the hero types will normally, I'm sorry, not the hero types, but the bigger characters will get to use D8s and D10s. So when 2 characters come into contact, when an enemy comes into contact with you, that starts a fight immediately. We don't have any of that silly spend an action point to fight or anything like that. The intention is made and the fight is on. So here comes Gimrak in there. He normally gets 3 die 8. The ruffian is going to be fighting back with 4 die 6. That's pretty good, really. And then Gimrak, do you want to use your axe ability here, or are you just going to play it honest? Your axe, you could discard a card to gain a +2 bonus. I don't know. You only have 2 cards in your hand.
Yeah, that's where it's tough, and they play well together. So.
I know.
Uh.
You're a big armored dwarf. You could probably take him out without needing it.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I can bring somebody else in.
Yeah, what could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Let's find out, shall we? So, Gimrak comes in with his 3 die 8. He rolls, and he gets a 6 and a 7. The ruffian fights back, and he gets 3 successes. All right, Gimrak, how do you want to play that? You could block both of them and take 1 hit and count on a follow-up from either the Hobbit or Speck or Atheron to come up and help out. Or do you just go for maximum carnage?
Let's just go for carnage.
Go for carnage? Well, yeah, that's always the right answer. That is always the right answer, right? All right, let's go for maximum carnage. So here we go. That means the little fella, the ruffian, is going to take 2 hits. Gimrak is going to take 3 hits. He will get a bonus dice in there because he is armored. Here is for the ruffian. The ruffian is down. These are level 2 characters, so he will have a chance of getting back on his feet. Gimrak, you're going to have to pass a 3 dice health check. And you did not. You did not. No. There are 2 failures in there. And that means Gimrak takes a scratch. Gimrak is injured in the first fight. Because he's a level 3 character, we're going to mark that injury. And your turn continues. What do you want to do next? There's blood on the streets of Archit now.
You said that fire was 8 inches away, right? So I can't get there and
You are correct. It is a minor plot point, so you could not have set up within 6 inches of it. It had to be over 6 inches from you.
I'll move Bilbo up as close as I can, and then we'll try it on the next turn.
Okay. Now Bilbo could run forward. Are you just wanting to get onto the fire, or next to it? Is that what you want to do
yeah,
right now? Just get
I
next
just want
to
to be
the
able
fire.
to attempt it right away and then move if I can after.
Okay. Yeah. He can't try it right now, but he's as close as he can get to it right now. Kind of behind the dwarf a little bit there.
Right.
Now I think he has a little bit of shooting skill. He could throw 1 die 8 down the road there at that next ruffian if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I didn't have to run to get there.
Well, you can. You don't have to run to get there. I could back you up an inch, and he could just move 6 inches and shoot, and he'd still get 1 die 8 to do it that way.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so 1 die 8 heading down the road at the ruffian. The ruffian only has a dodge of 2 die 6. So let's see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. No reason not to try it. I don't think he has anything else to really do. Okay, well the 3 is going to be a miss, so I'm not even going to worry about rolling my dodge. You still have 2 characters to activate. I'm going to remind everybody that these are that the bad guys in this scenario are NPCs. That means they will always go last in the turn. So here we go. We have Atheron and Little Speck. What are they going to do?
What's the second closest? I'm having a hard time seeing the second closest.
Okay, yeah. There is one basically down there in front of the stairs. The second closest plot point is around back of the tavern, back here.
Right.
There's another plot point on the back side. There's also a bad guy back here. Almost 2. There's a bad guy at the foot of the stairs. Let's see, Atheron could make a mad dash of 12 inches towards the stairs to try and shoot down that baddie, or he could work his way around the back of the house to try and take out another plot point. I don't know. What do you think you want to do?
Maybe he'll move up near Bilbo and then shoot at the
Okay, all
one.
right. So just do a 6-inch move.
Yeah, and then shoot at the one I just shot at.
Just do a 6-inch move up next to Bilbo. That's going to give him shooting range to that nearest ruffian in front of the door there. Okay, so let's take a look at Atheron. Once per turn, you can gain a +1 to any skill during your own activation. He would normally roll 3 die 8. Do you want to go ahead and there's no reason not to. Go ahead and use that extra dice to get your 4th dice in there.
Yep.
And the baddie will try to dodge. He's only got 2 die 6 in dodge. Here is the shooting. Don't see any cards to play. Not yet. Okay, you got a 6 and 2 4s. I'm going to try and beat those with my 2 die 6. I only beat one of the 4s. That means I'm going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. Baddie remains on his feet with an arrow stuck in his beard.
Jeez.
All right.
Well.
So that's all the goodies.
Speck.
Right?
Speck.
Oh, Speck. She's saying Speck has not activated. What are we gonna do with Speck? Poor little Speck. He does have 1 die 6 in shooting, so he could move up and throw a rock at the ruffian.
Yeah, let's do that. Everybody clump together.
Oh, all right. So he moves up as well, and we'll have him toss a rock at that ruffian in front of the inn. He's got 1 die 6 of shooting, and he gets a 5. Well, the ruffian's got 2 die 6. And dodges it. Oh, that's the good ruffian right there in front of the door. He's not going anywhere. At the end of the turn, I'm going to get to roll a recovery check for my... Sorry, turn has not ended. Next, I'm going to rush. I'm going to take this fella out. I'm gonna
Gimrak?
drop Gimrak like a sack of potatoes right here.
Can I
He's
play
going
the
down.
distraction and the
What was
danger?
that? Oh,
Distraction
distraction and danger. Okay.
Good on you.
He hits me with a distraction and then a danger card. That means not only do I get a -1 to my might, finesse, and cunning, I also then run into a peril. And the
Jeez, Vanessa
peril
Cunning.
I have to roll is 2 with finesse or cunning, so I will automatically fail that. Uh, mm,
Do you have something to add?
I could try to dodge it because dodge isn't affected by that, but
Right.
I also have this breakaway in my hand. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use my breakaway.
Okay.
I'm going to use my breakaway and I'm going to dodge your peril.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move 1 to 3 inches in any direction. And I'm going to move 3 inches up the stairs and get closer to Ula Lilybottom. All right, so he moved. He avoids the attack. I had to burn a card there though, but he retreats back into the stairs a little bit there. Back up the stairs, taking cover by the inn there. All right. Next, do I have anybody else that can get to you? I don't think I do. So I'm gonna run this fellow around to the fence like that. He's gonna stop there. He's gonna stop there at the fence. I have a the fella that is currently holding the major plot point will remain stationary. He's not moving. The fella back here, he's going to run 12 inches towards you. 12. So he's going to kind of come around here, and he's coming around this side. And then this fellow is just going to run 12 inches straight towards you. Like that. The ruffians are coming, sir. The ruffians are a-coming, so look out. Now, at the end of each turn, at the start of each turn, I'm going to get more ruffians. Let's see.
You have some recovery checks.
I do. We do have 2. Bessie, do you want to do the honors for Gimrak?
Oh, Lordy.
This is Gimrak the dwarf. Let's see if he could shake off that. He took a hit. See if he shakes it off.
No.
He is indomitable, so he gets a reroll.
Ooh.
And he shakes it off. Gimrak is now uninjured. He was a little stunned by that blow, but he has shaken it off, and the fellow crawls back to his feet. Oh yes. I'm gonna remain in contact with Gimrak. I'm not gonna back off from him. I'm gonna take that dwarf down a peg or 2. All right. So this leaves us with the setting of this at the start of turn number dose. Where's my dose marker? Turn number dose is starting.
And it's just 1 for every.
Yes,
It's
that's
just an
4.
automatic.
Yeah. Is that not enough?
Well, it's better than X.
Jeez,
so?
yeah.
You think so? All right. So here they start coming. I think we should draw cards.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. What card do
draw
I get?
cards. So Mike is
Misfortune?
perpetual. Oh, a misfortune.
You got a sidestep.
A sidestep. All right. And then new fellows arrive. So we're just going to go around the table and pop a new baddie at each fire. So let's start with the one that's right there.
Okay.
Let's start with that one. That's kind of interesting. So 5 inches behind you. Oh my gosh,
Popped
but
out of the
look,
boxes.
yeah, this appears to have been an ambush. And look what appears back there. It's not just a ruffian, it is a goblin. A goblin from the Misty Mountains.
Rigged.
What are they doing here in Archet in league with the ruffians? Who could have done that? All right. It's not just because I don't have enough ruffians.
Yeah, of course not.
Okay, let's do this one over here. 3 inches off this way. Goblins in Archit. Another one over here. 5 inches off this way. Carefully measuring everything to be exact 5 inches off that away. So he's up here on the little wall. Okay. So 4 new baddies appear. Oh, this was a trap. They have trapped them. All right, and off we go. Sir Mike,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? They are piling up.
Atheron is gonna shoot that goblin.
Would you like to move before you shoot? You want to move a little bit? The one that's right
Yes.
behind him, that's the one you meant, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to move a little bit towards the door, or
Yeah,
this
yeah. Yeah, I guess
3
so.
inches or so? Move a little bit and then shoot at him. Atheron, you're going to get 4 die 8.
Yep.
Normally 3, plus 1 for the short range, and you can use your ranger ability to get an extra dice since it is your activation. So you're going to have 5d8 coming at that goblin. He will try to dodge you with 2 die 6. We'll try to stay alive. Taking a look at cards. Okay, you got 3 successes, a 4, a 7, and an 8. Here is my dodge. I can only stop one of those. Got nothing. I'll have to roll a 3 dice health check. And my gobo is down. Blip.
Yay!
With a arrow in his tuchus. All right. Atheron has activated. Who's next?
Let's.
Gimrak is
Bro-
engaged.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's brawl with him and discard the misfortune to give him +2.
Okay. Brawling. So he's going to have 5d8. And my ruffian will have 4 die 6. Here is the 5d8. You got a 7 and a 5. Here is my 4 die 6.
Boy.
I got a 4. How do you want to play that? You just go for maximum carnage, or are you going to try and play it defensive?
I mean, he bounced back last time, so maximum carnage.
Maximum carnage! He's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. Gimrak will have to pass a 1 dice health check. And the baddie is down. Gimrak passing a 1 dice health check. And he did indeed pass it and was not injured. Okay. You still have 2 characters that have not activated. That is Spec and Mr. Baggins.
Can Spec see anybody to shoot?
Sure. There's a ruffian that is running down the street.
Yeah, there's a golden head boy.
Right here, there's a ruffian that is running down the street towards you. Right here, he's maybe a little over 6 inches, but I could move you up to get within 6 inches so you get that +1 bonus.
Yeah, can I move up just a bit to be within range and then shoot him?
Okay, let's see if we can.
About the pot?
Now, that might make you the closest. No, we don't have to move you that far. He could kind of just move up to the fire. That'll get you within short range. That'll get you 2 dice to shoot. And the ruffian will try to avoid your damage with 2 dice 6. So here is, are we on camera?
Mm-hmm.
Here is Spec shooting. A 5 and a 6. He's deadly with those stones. The ruffian stops one of them. We'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. Ruffians. The rock bounces off the ruffian's thick skull.
Boom.
All right.
So
Bilbo's gonna do the plot point.
plot point.
Bilbo does the plot
Let's
point.
scoot the camera just a hair.
Okay. Let's see if I can find a better angle. You mean closer? Just closer down the road like this?
Yeah,
Okay, so Bilbo approaches the spawn point.
Okay.
Peril.
Is. Oh, crap. One with might.
One with might. Oh, crap, indeed. That is not Bilbo's sweet spot.
And.
Yeah. And you don't have any cards to discard, so it is going to be a 1 die 8. The reason it's 1 die 8 is that he assigned. I assigned it. Was not.
I didn't. Yeah, don't try to blame somebody else.
Not trying to blame anybody else here, but his might is hindered. So he actually has a -1 unless you discard, and that's what puts him down to D8. 1 D8, though, that's plenty for Bessie.
I like how.
No, not this time. So he's going to take a 1 dice hit. He'll have a D10 health, and he is not injured. All right, but an arrow comes flying past him and hits him as he reaches down to try and knock out the plot point. He did not have the time to get it done, though. Whew, this is gonna be a slug. This is gonna be a trudge.
How many turns is this?
I think it's 8 turns.
Oh, okay.
I think. Now, oh, he doesn't have a card in his hand either. I'm going to remind you that at the end of Bilbo's activation, as long as he is not engaged, he can go into hiding. That kind of represents him slipping on the ring or something like that. But to do that, you've got to have a card in your hand to discard. That's the fade ability. For those of you that wonder how that works, that's the fade ability. That ends his turn, and the ruffians are coming in like mad dogs. Mad dogs.
We're going to cut them down.
Mad dogs.
Cutting them down like cheese.
Like cheese?
Yeah.
Like cheese.
It's pretty easy to cut cheese.
Yeah.
It's fairly easy to cut cheese when you have a huge war axe, I suppose. Let's do this fellow that's right in front of Gimrak. Well, you know what? I think they're both about the same distance. 4 inches, 4 inches. Let's just roll randomly and see where they're going to go. 1, 2, 3, it's Atheron. Okay, it is in fact Gimrak. He does not like you taking down his brother Tom there, so he's coming in for blood. He is rolling 4 die 6. You could choose to dodge me here with 3 die 8, or you could fight me with 2 die 8. How do you want to play that?
Just remind me, he's still at full health, right?
He is currently at full health.
We're gonna brawl.
Okay, 2 die 8 of brawliness. Here is the 4 die 6 going for maximum carnage. He gets a 4. You striking back with your hefty axe get a 5. Couldn't block it even if he wanted to. Both characters are going to have to roll a health check. Here is for the ruffian. The ruffian stays on his feet. Gimrak will get a bonus dice for his armor, and he is fine as well. And we're moving on.
Got the gate.
What'd you just say?
Got the one at the gate.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to cross the fence, and that was just a 6-inch move, so he's not going to have to take a peril. And he's coming at Gimrak as well. Now Gimrak is... What?
Get off my Gimrak!
Get off my Gimrak. Gimrak, you can now dodge with 3 die 8 or fight with 1 die 8. You got 4 die 6 coming at you. What do you want to do?
Better dodge it.
I'm gonna dodge it. Yeah.
It
doesn't feel right as a
You're
dwarf,
not even
but
hurt yet. All right. So here's your 4 die 6 coming at you. He got a 4. Here is your 3 die 8. You dodged it. Here is the next
Can I move
fellow.
back
He
an
has to
inch?
move away, doesn't he?
Yeah, would you like to back up an inch?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a bad idea, actually. So, back up this
Give the
way.
range guys a chance.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sending in another baddie. This one's just going to move up to the... Help remind me. He's already moved. He's moving up to the fence.
Okay.
This one back here is moving up that away.
Okay.
The goblins are moving in. Down, down, the goblin, down. This one up here is going to move 6 inches towards you as well. I'm not going to get very far because these have to come down off of that top area. And now I have some over here that are going to come into the fray. So this fellow here is at the fence. Now that the trap has been strung up here at the top of the stairs, he's rushing at Atheron. Atheron, you have a ruffian rushing at you. That ruffian is going to be rolling 4 die 6 to attack you. Atheron, you could choose to dodge. You have 4
Or
die
I could
8.
try to shoot him in the face.
Try to shoot him in the face. The old shoot him in the face option.
Yep.
You've already been in one fight, but you're going to have the short range bonus, so you will have 3 die 8 to shoot him in the face. And
Oh,
he
I
will have
forgot that
4 die 6 to
Atheron has
carve you a
sharp.
new one. Here is the carve the new one roll. Got a 6 and a 5. Here is the shoot him in the face roll. An 8. Okay, couldn't block it if he wanted to. The baddie's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Atheron will have to roll a 2 dice health check. He does not have the armor of the dwarf to save him either, but the baddie is face shot and takes it to the popo, and he is down.
Could I have used sharp to re-roll one of those shoot dice?
You betcha. He's already down at this point, so thank you.
Okay,
I
okay.
apologize
Sorry, I missed
for
the last part. Sorry.
I apologize. So here is your health check. Yeah, remember he's got a re-roll to shoot and finesse. Okay,
Can
here
Bessie do it?
is the health check for the elf. He passes it, boys and girls! And the elf is not injured. The elf needs food now.
Is that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Goldhead?
Yeah, he's going to come get you, too. Goldhead sees Atheron, and he's going to come leaping in there as well.
Thanks, Bessie.
She's the good one. Now, you could still try to face shoot him with 2 die 8. He's throwing 4 die 6, or you could try to dodge me with 4 die 8. I don't know that dodging isn't a good idea here, because you could use that inch to back away, just in case they get back up. Yeah,
let's dodge.
Okay, so 4 die 8 of dodginess. That's a bad move, because there's no way you're going to be able to dodge what I'm putting out. Here's the massive attack from the Ruffian of Doom. 2 5s and a 4. There's no stopping this one. He's got your number. He came out of nowhere, and you dodged it. Okay, and that'll allow you to back up an inch.
These ruffians are rolling well today.
I know, they really are.
Dang it. Okay, well, look at that. Look at that line of our heroes facing off there, and I guess that actually ends it, doesn't it?
Yep.
That ends the turn. We have a massive row of casualties lying on the ground, but you know what?
They're all going to stand back up again.
All of them are getting up. All of them. There wasn't a rule for that in this scenario, was there? Let's double check the specials. Give me a 1. Server cultist, because I'm going to get 4 more. I'm about to get 4 more. Hostages currently have a cultist attack. Control. Okay. Yeah, no special rule about them not getting a recovery check. So here we go. This is for the one over here by Atheron. Back on. Oh, okay. He's gone.
Whew.
Here's for the one near the fire. He's back on his feet.
Dang.
Here is for the one behind the player character. So that goblin.
Yes.
He's gone. Dang it. You stop being happy about my poor little goblins getting hurt. Meanie. They're just misunderstood. So I'm going to get 4. I guess we would draw cards first. So
okay,
this is the proper sequence of events.
Mike, you got stunned. Oops. And you got steady aim.
Interesting. Steady aim. Well, that won't help me. Okay. I got a steady aim. You got a stunned. Okay. Well, Well, you have a lot of discard abilities, so that stun could get used a lot of different ways.
I know. It's really unfortunate
I'm putting up what?
that he started with
Oh,
one less,
right.
and then
One less
had
card. So his random
distracted
event.
and danger
Yeah.
being
Burn.
because you got to
Yeah.
play those together.
Yeah,
or
almost. Yeah.
Then that really.
I mean, you don't have to.
Well, you don't have to.
All right,
I
so
mean,
here come more Gobos.
And
You're
then
exactly
when I
right.
played them,
He
they
has
didn't really work. So
he hasn't
Yeah.
really he hasn't really been able to stockpile some cards for his discard
Yeah.
abilities. It does mean, and I usually caution people about putting too many discard abilities in their league. I like having one, maybe two,
Yeah.
but this particular league,
It's very discardy.
no, they only have two.
Well, Bilbo has the one with the might that he has to.
Oh,
Well,
right,
that's
right, because he's
So then
hindered.
that's
Yeah,
three.
yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, if you want to count that. Okay,
Well, you're the one that
so
put it in
4 more up here. 4 more up here. Oh, this is they have run into a trap here. They
annoyed that I
they are
didn't get rid of
using
that
this
one.
as a trap to try to get rid of the heroes. Here's a new one over there by the nearest fire, and again, they're coming up from behind, 5 inches behind you. Look at that. Let's see here. So 5 inches off the data way. Okay. Now for this one here. 4 inches off the data way. This one over here. 5 inches off data way. So he's actually inside. They were sitting inside there, prepared to come out. And for that one over there, 6 inches off that way. And again, we'll just put him back here. So yeah, this appears to be some sort of ambush that they were ready for you guys to come in here. We already drew cards for this turn. We're starting turn number 3. I believe this is an 8-turn scenario. Yep, 8 turns. Whew. All right, man, look at this wall of baddies in front of them. They have 4 baddies facing off against the 4 heroes. They're going to end up getting captured. Oh, Mike, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're doomed. I don't know what to tell you. Don't
it's not
give
looking
up.
good. I really
All right,
want to
brother.
get rid of that plot point.
I know. Who's gonna try it?
Let's just start with Bilbo. Wait, Spec has? Oh, Spec is awful. Let's just start with Bilbo trying to do it.
Okay. Bilbo activates. His peril is 2 with might or finesse.
Okay,
He has
finesse.
4 die 10 in finesse. 1, 2, 3, 4 die 10. He's got to get 2 of these. And he does. So now, the plot point, they see him messing around with the fire. They throw some more axes and rocks and arrows his way, but he deftly avoids it. Now the plot point is 2 with might or finesse again. Again, he's going to use his finesse, and he got it. So that plot point is removed from the table, and we will no longer get any more. We will no longer get any more baddies spawned from that spawn point. But he will get one of these blue cards.
Yeah.
This scenario has its own reward cards. So they're not all good stuff. Some of them are kind of icky for the player characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely depending on when they occur. Some of them could be good for them. Some could be bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just roll randomly. 7, 8 is this card over here. And it says, no drop. You become When you draw this reward, move the major plot point 1 die 8 inches in a random direction. The plot point is now unclaimed, even if it was held by a character when this was drawn. And it is. So Ula escapes. Ula breaks free from her captor and moves
Towards me.
5 inches off this away.
Oh.
So she's actually breaks out of the inn. Let's see, where's my overhead? That one. So she actually breaks out of the inn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she heads off this away. Look at that, boys and girls. So she is currently in the free. Now there are baddies all around her though, so she's not going to get very far. There are 3 baddies up there that are going to grab a hold of her, so she's not going anywhere. I guarantee you she won't get away. But for the moment, she takes off running. All right, so very interesting turn of events there. And what are you going to do? So Bilbo has activated this turn. Now, is there any reason? Now that's also that is all that card does. It doesn't provide any other.
It says 1 random resource.
Yeah, but the league reward is at the end of the scenario.
Oh,
so
right.
it doesn't happen now. But yeah, at the end of the scenario, you would get a resource point, definitely for holding on to this, and you will hold on to it because it's no drop. Okay. So Bilbo is activated. I got a wall of fellas here. I mean, you could do an end around and run around them, but you got to decide what you want to do here. I'm going to try and get Ula on the screen as well. So I'm not sure if you can tell where she is in relation to you, but so this kind of gives you an idea. That mob over here, this is where you all are piled up. And Ula is standing right here. She is possibly within 12 inches of Atheron if he wanted to make a mad dash and just go stand on her. But he would get overwhelmed up there with baddies coming from every direction. Gimrak could also break loose and try and run towards her. Unfortunately, he's armored and he wouldn't get very far. But what do you feel like you want to do here, brother?
I mean, there's too many guys.
I know, I know.
I need to try to thin them out, or I'm just gonna get overwhelmed. So
you could try and do like Atheron could try and move 6 inches and then shoot one of them down.
Yeah, move Atheron as close to the hostage as you can get, and still shoot.
So it's just a 6-inch move.
Yeah, and then shoot one of those guys in the back.
So that'll get him kind of up to the wall. Well, his nearest target is going to be that fellow that is right there. Hopefully that's going to show up on camera soon for you. Right here. So that would be your shot. No reason. I think you're going to have 5d8 against that guy. I think you're going to have 5d8 going up against him. And he'll be trying to dodge with 2 die 6.
Okay.
So here is your 5d8. 3 successes. Here is his dodge. Dodged none of them. He'll have to roll a 3 dice health check. He is down. Blip. Okay. So Atheron and Bilbo have activated. So now, what is Gimrak gonna do? What is old Gimrak gonna do? Gimrak and Speck.
Speck is useless.
No, you take that back. Speck is a
2d6.
mighty hero.
All he's good at is dodging.
Well, sometimes that matters.
Gimrak is just gonna rush the closest guy and
rush the nearest guy. Cut him down.
Discard the stunned to give him 5.
Okay. 5 dice coming at him. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5 die
5.
8.
The fellow will be trying to fight back with 4 die 6. You got 3 successes, 2 8s and a 4. The fellow gets 2 4s. How do you choose to play that? Is it maximum carnage?
Yeah,
You can't
maximum
really hold
carnage.
back here, can you?
No, I gotta kill as many guys as I can, and then they're all gonna
Yeah,
stand back up
okay.
again.
So that means you're going to have to pass a 2 dice health check, and the baddie will have to pass a 3 dice, and he does not. He is down. Gimrack, you're going to get an extra dice in there for your armor, and that's enough to save you, and Gimrack remains uninjured. Oh, I just remembered a special rule for this scenario.
What's that?
The NPCs always rush whoever is nearest to Ula. Guess who's nearest to Ula?
Oh yeah.
Guess who is? He is, but you know what? He is a dodging machine. So maybe that's actually a good thing if he can hold them off. But first,
I still have spec, right?
you still have Spec. What is Spec gonna do?
I
You're
don't know,
gonna
bury his head in the
sacrifice
sand.
Spec and send him up to the staircase and make him the nearest thing, so he could just do a bunch of dodging. He could actually hold the doorway, possibly.
Maybe. Yeah. Let's sacrifice spec.
There you go. See, that's why Spec is powerful. He's
Spec's
there.
Spec's
Yeah,
last
you can
stand.
make it all the way to the doorway on a run. So that means he will become the target of everything on the table, because he is now the nearest thing to Ula. So as long as Spec holds that doorway, that'll hold up those 2 fellows inside. And here we go. We're going to start it up. So we'll start with those fellows on the inside there. Let's see if I can find a decent angle to show you this. I'm not really sure that I can. Boop, boop, boop. Sort of like that. I'll scooch him back just to show that Spec in the doorway there. And here comes the fighting. So all the player characters have activated. Well, I don't want to... He could run up there. He could run up there. You get a -1 for running, for your shooting, but he could run up there and throw a rock at that goblin that's standing inside the doorway, and he would get 1 dice, and there's absolutely no reason not to.
Yeah, there's no
He'd
reason
get a
not to.
-1 for running, and then he'd get a +1 for the short range, so why not throw the rock at him?
Yep.
The goblin will be dodging, and he got a 5. The goblin will be dodging with, the goblin dodges it, stops, holds up his shield just in time, and blocks the rock. Okay. And now the baddies go. So the first one here is going to rush around the doorway and chase after Ula, but he runs into Spec. The baddie is rolling with 4 die 6. Spec is dodging with 3 die 6. Come on, Spec. Let's see how long he can hold the door. I suspect it might not be long, but we'll see. Here is the attack. A 6. Come on, Spec. All you got to do is get a 6. Come on, Spec. He does not.
Hey.
He does
No.
not get a 6. Checking cards. Checking cards. No, he does not get a 6. So Spec is going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Come on, Spec. Stay on your feet, buddy. And Spec is down. Okay, well, it didn't last all that long.
It was a short stand.
Oh, it was so Spec goes down in the doorway. The next goblin I'm going to activate is nearest to a player character. That'll be this one, and it's going to rush at Atheron.
Hey, I'm gonna have to bow out because
Okay.
Judy needs.
All right.
Judy needs mommy.
Okay. All right,
Good luck, Mike.
we lost our Bessie.
Thanks.
Um, let's see. So you could shoot, or you could try to dodge, and I don't know what you want to do here because you could use that dodge move to move away and actually move towards Ula. I don't know. What do you feel like you'd like to do here? Or you do have you could try and shoot him down with 3 die 8.
Yeah, let's try to shoot the first guy, and then we're gonna
Okay,
dodge everything
3 die
else.
8. 4 die 6. Oh, ain't no way you're gonna be able to stop what I got coming at you. 4 die 6. I got a 5 and a 4. So that's the risk you take on a situation like that, because as their activation, they're coming for blood. So whatever they get, that's coming straight through. They won't try to dodge or block, but you get a 6 as well. Okay, so it will have to roll a D8 health check. It stays on his feet. You're going to have to pass a 2 dice health check, and now you are injured. Now you are injured. The risk didn't pay off that time. The risk did not pay off that time. The next fellow that's going to activate is... I guess I need to look at my rules for my... if the hostage is currently uncontrolled, we'll attempt to move into contact. Okay, so I'm going to activate this fellow that is around the corner up here, and he's just going to move around and pick up Ula. So for the NPCs in this, they automatically take control of the major plot point by ending their movement in contact with it. So she is now in control of that. Now they will continue activating, and now this one will rush at Atheron. So Atheron has another one coming at him. He's bloodied now. Couldn't shoot even if he wanted to because he's already engaged. The baddie's rolling 4 die 6. If you want to dodge, you have 4 die 6.
4 die 6, yeah. Even odds.
I think I skipped over your reroll again last turn. Would you like to reroll one of your attacks on that last fight?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so D8 rerolled. Got another hit on him, so that means he'd have to roll another health check, and he is down. So that first guy was taken down.
Oh, okay.
That means you would be able to shoot at this guy when he rushes you.
But
it won't
would only
change the
be-
fact that you were also injured. You could
But it would
shoot
only
at
be
this guy.
2d6 now, right?
Yeah, you'd be down to like 2 die 6 to shoot at him, or 4 die 6 to dodge.
Yeah, let's dodge.
Okay, so he has 4 die 6 coming at you. Got a 6 and a 5. Oh man, they are rolling good today. You got a 6 and a 4. That means you did not dodge it. You dodged one of them. The other one, the 4, is too low to take out. And that means one hit gets through. He's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. And Atheron remains on his feet. Now note that because he did not successfully dodge all of the attacks, he was not able to move away. So you are stuck there. And we send in the next character. So this fellow here will also rush at Atheron because he's the character that is nearest to the major plot point. And Atheron, are you dodging again?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, you pretty much have to at this point. Okay, so the baddie gets 4 and a 5. And this time you block it with 2 4s and a 5. So your dodge will allow you to disengage and move 1 inch away.
That's good.
And let's see. The ones that are inside, the next nearest player, next nearest ruffian is this goblin that's inside the tavern, and it will rush out and try to attack Atheron. So I'm going to stop him just right there at the top. No, I'll put him down at the bottom. Okay, so he's going to rush out there and try to finish off Atheron. All right, I think you're trying to dodge again. So the baddie will be rolling 4 dice 6. 4 and a 5. Again, you're going to have to get 2 successes here that are big enough to stop that. 6 and a 5. I keep forgetting to switch to Pip. I'm operating without a Bessie here, so you guys will have to forgive me at home. So 6 and a 5, and the goblin. So you dodged it. You could move an inch away, kind of off in this direction. Not directly up the stairs, but a little bit of movement there.
Yep.
Who do I have left? I have this fella way back here. I guess he's going to rush Bilbo. I guess this fella back here is going to activate, and he's coming at Bilbo. He's got 4 dice 6 coming at you. Let's see. You could shoot at me with 2 die 8. Oh, he's got Brawl. He's got 3 die. I forgot you had Sting. You got 3 die 10. That's probably your better option there. 3 die 10 in Brawling with Sting.
Yeah.
Or you can dodge me with 4 die 10.
No, I'm gonna brawl.
Okay.
I need to take guys out.
All right. Now I'm with you. So you got 2 successes, a 4 and a 10. They got 2 4s. That means Bilbo will have to take a 2 dice health check. And the Gobo will take a 2 dice health check. Let's see if the Gobo is down. The Gobo blocks the attack. Uh-oh. And Bilbo remains uninjured. So now Bilbo is tied up in combat. Okay. I guess I'm going to send another goblin in on Gimrak. I think Gimrak's been in a fight this turn, so he could brawl me with 2 die 8, or he could dodge me with 3 die 8. What do you want to do?
Sorry, this is Grimrack?
Gimrak, yep. He's uninjured right now.
I don't have a card to discard.
You're right. Yep. So 3 die 8 to... You've been in a fight, so you're down to 2 die 8 to brawl me, or 3 die 8 to dodge me.
I guess brawl. I'm gonna fight.
Okay, 2 die 8. Here is the goblin. Oh, here's the goblin attack. 6 and a 4. 2 hits coming through. He can stop that. You got an 8 on him. He'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. He passes it. You'll have to pass a 1 dice health check on 2 dice. And you passed that as well, so you were not injured. I have more goblins coming around the backside, though. This one will also rush Gimrak. So now you have 1 die 8 to brawl, or 3 die 8 to dodge.
Yeah, dodge.
Okay. All right, here is the attack from the Gobo. 2 4s. Goblins from the Mist. What are goblins from the Misty Mountain doing in the village of Archet? You made no successes there. You're going to take 2 hits. You'll get 3 dice to pass it on.
Brutal.
And failed that as well. Gimrak was surprised from behind, and a goblin comes up and sinks his deadly blade into his back. Ah! Oh, I put that on the wrong character. That's on Gimrak. Okay. And Gimrak is injured. This goblin will move up to the fence. See if I can switch to overhead. Is that all I have? Is that all my Gobos? Yeah. Okay, this is not looking good. at the end of this turn, we're going to get some recovery checks. We have 2 player characters injured. I'm going to roll a red dice and a white dice in the cup. Red dice and a white dice. This is for Gimrak and Atheron. Which one is for Atheron?
The white one.
2 ones. Both
What?
of them remain injured. I'm so sorry, Mike. I want to apologize. I didn't want to. You know, you invite a guest over to your house, and then you just
Then you
slaughter
attack them with a dozen ruffians.
You attack them with a dozen ruffians. Make it 2 dozen ruffians. A dozen? Let's go up to 2 dozen. All right. So, but I have more folks that are down, so I have 3 more recovery checks. This fellow's here.
Yeah, this is where you need to roll
He's
the
out.
ones.
All right, I can make a recovery check. I'm getting them up. This one right by Atheron. He got a 1 there. He's out. And then 1 left over there. 2 on him, and he's gone. Okay. Oh, Speck! Little Speck!
Oh, yeah.
Ah! I forgot about 5!
Hey, gets back up.
Now, do you want to be in contact with that ruffian, or would you like to back up an inch?
Back up an inch.
Okay. You could even back up towards Ula. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I should switch cameras. All right. So as we start turn number 4. So we're halfway through the scenario. Whoo, boys and girls. Boys and girls, it is not looking good for the home team. They have walked into a trap, boys and girls. They have walked into a trap. The goblins knew that they were going to be coming back. They have an alliance of some ruffians and goblins in the village here. This is not looking good. Who could be behind this sort of shenanigans, do you think? What sort of alliance could humans, ruffians, and goblins have going? Bilbo is engaged with a goblin on him at the start of this turn. Gimrak is injured, and he has 2 goblins on him. So when he activates, he will have to split his dice. Bilbo is engaged with a goblin. Atheron is not currently engaged, but he is injured, and he's at the bottom of the steps. Speck is sitting here on the walkway near Ula Lilybottom, but there are ruffians everywhere, and 3 more are about to appear. So let's go to overhead camera.
We need to draw cards too.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That would actually come first. Drawing of the cards. So, Mike, you got yourself a clear shot. I drew and got an out of ammo. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think Atheron just ran out of arrows. Let's see. And then more ruffians appear. 3 this time rather than 4. So this one. 2 inches off this way. I'm going to do it this way just because I don't want it on top of my dice deal. 7 inches off this way. And that one over there. 3 inches off that away towards the gate. Okay. Okay. This is rough, Mike. This is rough.
Yeah.
Whew. Turn 4, and we almost have a total party wipe here. We are like inches away from just a total party wipe. Can Mike hold them off? Let's just see. Who do you think you want to activate first here? So Atheron is free.
Yeah, and I kind of want him to try to get rid of that other plot point so it stops spawning more guys, but I don't know if it's worth devoting a whole...
Yeah,
turn to that.
and he's injured.
Oh yeah.
But he could get around to it if he wanted to. You could get around there to that minor plot point. Let me see if Spec is in range of it. Spec isn't great at that sort of Spec. Yeah, Spec is in range of it as well. The other thing you have is gosh, I don't know. Let me get
I
to
mean,
this
Spec is
camera.
gonna instantly fail most of the challenges.
Nah, you take that back. You take that back. You take that back. So
One die six and
mathematically,
everything.
mathematically, there are half of the cards of the deck, for those of you that care about that sort of thing, half of the cards of the deck are ones. Half of the cards of the deck are ones. And the lowest he's going to roll for anything is one dice. So half of the time, he's going to have a 50-50 shot.
Which he has to do twice, so it makes it 25%.
No, I know. Yeah, yeah. So it's a risk. He's not going to be a great. I'm still not on that camera.
How about we try with Spec first and then see what happens, and then.
Okay. I mean, what else? What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Yeah. I mean, the last time he walked into a doorway and fell on the ground, so
Yeah,
can't do
yeah.
worse than that.
Okay. So here he is. So he takes off and heads. Am I on the right camera now? Operating spec Bessie-less is kind of rough. So he takes off and runs down the way there. And let's see, we got to draw for his peril, and it is one with finesse. One with finesse. Let's see, get a picture of that. One with finesse. So all he has to do is get one. Now, this is a peril. He could try to dodge it, or you want to roll that one dice and try and pass it.
If I dodge it, though, it ends.
Correct. Correct.
So
You're going
no,
for it, aren't you?
we have to go for it.
I think you do. I think you have to go for it. Come on, he's going to be the hero of the day right here. And he fails. He'll have to take a one dice health check, and he's down. You're right, Mike. That was a bad choice. I don't know why you did that. I tried to talk you out of it.
He slipped on a wet rock and landed in the fire.
Oh. Now, plot points are those points in the game where everything's dangerous. So maybe somebody threw a spear at him. Maybe, he got too close to the fire. Who knows what happened there. You could make that part of your story. But something goes wrong there. I'm sorry, Mike. I tried to talk him out of it.
He tripped over his own feet and fell face first into the fire. That's what happened.
Okay. So you still have 3 characters that have not activated. What do you want to do next?
I mean, they have to kill.
Who do you want to kill off next?
What turn are we? Yeah, exactly. What turn are we on?
Turn 4.
Oh boy, I don't even have the hostage yet.
So Atheron could move up and shoot the goblin that's holding Lilybottom.
Could he? I can shoot.
Yep. Oh no, I take that back. I take that back. You're exactly right. Atheron cannot shoot the goblin that's holding Lilybottom because he is holding Lilybottom. And that's actually a special rule for this scenario, that you're not allowed to shoot the character that has the major plot point. So you're exactly right. He would have to engage that goblin in hand-to-hand combat, and that's really not his sweet spot.
He's the worst guy.
Atheron still has 2 die 6 in it, but that goblin would be fighting back with 4 die 6. That's not an even fight there. He's definitely better with shooting, but I think he might have dropped his quiver or something. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see what happens here.
Yeah, I know. Can we move him to the minor plot point, the closest minor plot point?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then if he can try it. If he can't, shoot.
Oh yeah, you can try it. You could try it. I mean, that's not a bad idea, because that eliminates in the long run, that could eliminate multiple baddies from appearing, and then you're actually...
It's a tough choice between trying to kill people and trying to cut off the flow of new guys.
Yeah. Yep. I know. It's a real challenge in this scenario, deciding which way to go with that. I agree. So when he gets over there, he is in an injured state. He's going to have to roll 2 successes with might or finesse. He has
Oh
3
no.
die 8 normally in finesse. Now he's only got d6s though, so he's got to
Can I?
get 2.
Oh, because it
What
says
was
once
that,
per
Mike?
turn you can gain. I can use Ranger to give myself a bonus in anything, right?
Do you want to do that?
I might save it for the second part if I pass this.
Okay, all right. So I already rolled, and you did pass the peril. So the peril is gone. So now he gets the plot point. It is 1 with finesse or cunning. So again, he's using 3 dice 6. No reason not to use your bonus now
Yeah, let's do it.
because it has to be used during your own activation. So that's going to give you 4 dice 6. Easy peasy. You passed it.
Now, what
So that
awful thing
one is
happens now?
also removed from the table. Been forgetting to switch cameras. And you get a blue card. So
Yeah,
there
they're
are
all
3 blue
terrible.
cards
I can't
here.
wait.
Let's hope it's not a bad one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6 says, put it over here, give it that. When you draw this reward, you must deploy 1 die 8 cultists from the center of the table.
No, what? One cultist, 1 die 8 from the center. Not 1 die 8 cultists.
1 die 8 cultists. You get
Had a heart
1
attack.
die 8
Like, what?
cultists from the center of the table. Oh, and regardless of where... Oh, that's interesting. 1d8 inches from the center of the table, a new cultist appears. Okay. So he's 1 inch from the center of the table, and that was inside the house. That was inside the house. We'll just say it's this... Oh. We're going to say it's this gray spot right here on the end. So a new cultist appears there. We're going to make it Old Goat Leaf here. Will be the cultist that appears, and then the other... Now, it's kind of nice that that appeared right there. Because the other thing that happens is that Ula automatically goes into his possession, regardless of where she is located on the table. So a little bit of transfer there, and Ula is carried back into the tavern and delivered to Old Goat Leaf there. All right. So that, for good or bad, I don't know. Probably not maybe somewhat neutral. It does put her back in the house, though. Okay. You still have 2 characters that have not activated, and they are Mr. Baggins and Gimrock. They are both engaged, so a fight will automatically start as soon as they activate.
Yeah,
Which one of them are you going to activate?
let's do Gimrak first, I guess, and let him die finally, and then...
What was that?
I said, let's do Gimrak first so he can die finally.
Okay, all right. So Gimrak would normally get 3 die 8 to brawl if you wanted to brawl, or 3 die 8 to dodge. He is injured. I'm going to cook that back down to D. Hold on a second.
I'm going to discard a
Gimrak
card to give him
should have
+2.
got a reroll on his recovery check. He is indomitable, and he should have got a reroll. He should have got a reroll on his recovery check. And 6 is going to get it for him. So that means he is no longer injured. Maybe changes it a little bit there.
Yeah, I'm gonna discard to give him the +2, and I guess split to 3 and 2.
Discard your clear shot and get 5 dice and put 2 on one and 3 on the other.
Does that make sense? Should I put 4 on one just to get rid of him, and then...
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's risky either way. Should switch cameras.
Yeah, we'll try 3 and 2 and see what happens.
Okay. So we'll resolve the one with 3 dice first. it will be replying with 4 die 6. The armored dwarf fighting his way. 3 successes with a 4, a 7, and a 6. A 4, a single 4 from the ruffian. That means you could block and still deliver. I don't have the dice cam up there. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna block that one and
Knock that one out and still
yeah.
deliver 2 hits. Oh, I can pass 2 dice health checks all day long. That ain't gonna take care of him. Okay, he's down. All right, he's down. Okay.
All right. Let's see
So
if we
the
can do that
next
again.
one, you have 2 die 6 on, and it has 2 die 8, and it has. Oh, you got a 5 and a 4. Sorry, a 5 and a 7. And it got 3 4s. How do you want to play that?
Oh boy.
Going for maximum carnage?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to have to pass a 3. Gimrak is going to have to pass a 3 dice health check. He's got 4 dice to do it. And he does not. Gimrak is injured again, bloodied again. But the poor little goblin is uninjured.
Oh no.
All right. All we have left is Mr. Baggins. Mr. Baggins gets to roll 3 die 10. The goblin, I'm sorry, Mr. Baggins could dodge. Mr. Baggins can dodge with 4 die 10, or he can try to sting with 3 die 10.
Yeah, he's gotta fight.
Okay. His blood is up, and he's gonna try and he's trying to take him out. So 3 die 10 versus 4 die 6. This is Baggins' turn, so he gets to strike first. He got a 5 and a 10. And the Gobo got a 5. How do you play that? How do you play that? Do you take it, or are you going to try and stop it?
I'm gonna stop it. I don't want Bilbo to get hurt.
Okay. So you're going to block that, his 1 hit, and the goblin will still have to roll a health check, and he is down. The goblin goes down. Played it safe there. Didn't want to take the risk, and the goblin is taken out with the 1 hit. Didn't have to do more than that. And that is the player characters. Look at the bodies piled up. Oh.
By the skin of my teeth here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and Ula is back inside the inn, and the player characters are, I'm sorry, the ruffians are activating the servants of Saruman. Could Saruman be behind this? Okay, so here we go. They're going to rush whoever is nearest to Ula. And right now, that's Atheron. That is Atheron. So Atheron is going to be the main target of the ruffians.
Yikes.
So the first one is coming at him from behind. Atheron can't take it there. He's rolling 4 die 6 to attack. Atheron, forgot to measure that, but we'll assume that he was over 3 inches. So you could try to shoot him with 4 die 8, or you could dodge him. Sorry, I'm going to back that up because you are injured. 4 die 6, or you could dodge him with 4 die 6.
Let's dodge.
Okay. So I don't think that's a bad choice. A lot of people, unfortunately, I think sometimes a lot of people will hear that and they'll say, well, it's the same either way, so I'll attack. It's not the same either way. Because if you choose to dodge, then you can use your dice to mitigate some of that damage from coming through. If you choose to attack, then you are leaving yourself open to everything that the enemy rolls. they won't do any blocking. So if they can get damage through and put you down, they will. So there's a big difference between those two decisions. I think Mike probably made the right choice there because you don't. Atheron's already injured. If he takes another injury, he's going down. So let's just see how this goes here. 4 die 6 coming at you. What do I do with my cup? There it is. 4 die 6 coming at you. He's got a 5 and a 6. Atheron
Oh boy.
dodges it with a 5 and a 6. God,
Oh wow.
remember. Dodges it with a 5 and a 6, and you can back up 1
Yep.
inch towards the stairs.
Yep.
Okay. That's going to leave you as the target for these other ones. So now this one will rush at you. And he's also rolling 4 die 6. What do you think you want to do here?
Gonna have
Oh,
to
you're
dodge
gonna
again.
dodge again, aren't you?
Yeah. I need
Yeah,
him to stay
okay.
alive.
Yeah. So 4 die 6 coming at you. 2 4s and a 5. This could be the end of Atheron right here. This could be the end of it all. You stopped 1 hit. 1 hit. 2 hits gets through. You're down to D6s on health. And Atheron takes a knee. Atheron is
Oh
down.
no.
Atheron is down.
I think this might be the beginning of the end here.
Yeah, this could be it. The next player. So Gimrak is still the nearest to Ula. So we're gonna activate the goblin that is on Gimrak is gonna activate next. Is that the right camera? Okay. The goblin that is on Gimrak is going to activate next. And here's his attack. Let's see, you've been in one fight, and I want to just remind people that a multiple fight during your own activation counts as one fight for the multiple fights penalty. So although he resolved 2 fights, that still only counts as one fight for the multiple fights penalty. So Gimrak, you could fight this guy with 2 die 8. He's got 4 die 6 coming at you. Or you could dodge it with, I'm sorry, I have to take that back, 2 die 6 because you're injured. Or you could dodge it with 3 die 6. How do you think you want to play it? And also the ruffian is going to lose a dice because...
Gimrak got injured again? I thought he...
I got a button next to you. Am I wrong? Did you get injured in the fight? Or the...
I don't
Did you just
remember.
get injured this turn?
I remembered him. We redid the health roll, but I don't remember if he got injured again after that. I don't know if anybody in the chat
Okay,
remembers.
well,
but
let's take that off of there then. I'm sorry. I honestly, I don't remember. We'll
I don't
review it
remember
in the
either.
playback. But not right now. So you could fight with 2 die 8 or dodge with 3 die 8.
I'm gonna. Boy.
Thinking
I'm gonna
about his risk
dodge.
here. What do you
I'm
think?
gonna dodge. I'm gonna dodge.
You're gonna dodge. Okay. All right. So 3 die 8 on his dodge. The baddie is coming at you with 3 die 6. Because of the previous fight, he got a 6. Let's see if you can dodge it, and you do. So, you could back up an inch. Back up kind of towards Bilbo there. The next one that activates comes over the fence at you. And he's rolling 4 die 6 at you. Are you going to dodge again? Yes?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Here is the attack. 3 5s. There's no way he's going to be able to dodge that. And he does with 3 5s of his own.
Oh, wow.
That lets you back up an inch. So those have both activated. Oh, I got a guy way back here. I'm just going to move him 6 inches towards the fence. And then it's these guys coming up from behind. Then it's these two fellows here coming in. So this fellow here will come up from behind. He's throwing 4 die 6. And you're dodging again with 3 die 8. Using his armor and his shield to try to defend himself. A 6, a 5, and a 4.
Oof.
You dodge it with an 8, a 6, and a 4. Oh my gosh. So you can move an inch. I still have one more over here that has not activated this turn. No, I have more than that. So he's coming at Gimrak. They're coming from every direction. 4 die 8. Sorry, 4 die 6 again. Nothing. You don't even have to roll. Back up an inch. The fellow inside the inn will rush at you. 4 die 6. A 6. Can you dodge a 6? If you can dodge a 6, you can dodge a wrench. And you dodged it. All right. I guess. Oh, I do still have one left. I do still have one left over there. His armor is really paying off. Yep, he is in range, and he will come at Gimrak also. I have a nice wall here now formed to stop Gimrak from getting through. Here is the attack, 4 die 6, and the dodge. Let's see, 4 die 6, got only a 6. That's all it got.
There are so many guys.
Still have a lot on there. And the dodge, not this time, only a 5. That means you're going to take that hit. You're going to have to pass a 1 dice health check. You got the 2 dice to do it, and you are not injured. But that means you are ending that activation or that turn engaged with a baddie.
Yeah, that stinks.
I think I still have one guy left. Yeah, one more guy left all the way around the corner over here. And he's just going to take off running 12 inches. What's 12 inches going to get him? 12 inches is just going to get him back here behind those fellows like that. Look at that. Look at that. This is what really matters, though. If Atheron and Spec remain down, this could be bad. All right, that's what we're going to. That ends the turn. Oh, the carnage.
Yeah,
he wants
brutal.
to end the scenario holding on to the hostage. Right now, he's still trying to fight his way through it. There's still going to be 2 new ruffians that appear each turn. If we lose Spec and Atheron here, that could really turn it. It feels like for this whole scenario, the player characters have had an uphill battle to wage. It really does feel like this was a planned ambush, a planned trap to lure them in here. We'll see what happens. I think we are 2 recovery checks. So we have, I have 2 gobos down. 3 on that one. We'll take him out. This one back over here. 2 takes him out. Now, Atheron and Spec. We're going to put 2 dice in here. 2 dice. I got a red dice and a white dice.
The white one is Atheron.
Atheron is the white dice. And he got a 5 on the white dice. The red dice is a 1.
Oh no.
Atheron is back on his feet. Spec is gone. Spec is gone. There's no reason to appear in contact with an enemy. Remember, if recovering would put you in contact with an enemy, you're permitted to disengage and move 1 inch away. So
Yeah, definitely do that.
maybe towards the end here. All right. Oh, I should have a better camera view. I'm sorry. Operating with one hand tied behind my back here. So here we are on turn number 5. Now, definitely still have a difficult time here because a nice wall of baddies over here are still forming, holding off Gimrak and Mr. Baggins. Atheron has broken through, but he is on his own, and he's not a great brawler. We really almost need Baggins or Gimrak to try and take out Goatleaf, because Atheron can't even shoot at Goatleaf. So he would have to engage him in hand-to-hand combat, and that is not Atheron's sweet spot. The other thing that we do at the start of this turn is draw cards.
Yep.
And place 2 more baddies. Drawing cards. This is for Mike. Mike, you got a bad luck. That might be worth discarding. I drew a lucky break. Okay. Mike. Oh, I placed 2 more baddies. Baddie over here. 2 inches this way. Baddie over there. 3 inches that way. All right. We are officially starting turn number 6. No, 5. Turn number 5. Yeah.
Is there any way for Bilbo to run through those guys straight at the hostage?
Okay.
If he can't squeeze through, then Atheron is going to try to shoot somebody to make a space.
I think that's what you're going to have to do. And I'm going to show you. Let's see, what camera can I put this on for? So, Bilbo could do an end around, but he can't take a straight line through there. And I'm gonna get to a better spot here. The problem is that you cannot move within an inch of an enemy unless you're going to engage them, and that basically means that you almost need about a 3-inch space between 2 enemy models. You almost need that 3-inch space because your base is, about 3/4 to an inch, big. So you got to have almost about a 3-inch space if you're going to try and move between 2 enemies. He could go all the way around. Let's see. Like go around this edge here and get up there, but that would take a lot of his room away. If Atheron could drop this fellow here, then Bilbo could run probably all the way into the inn.
Am I able to position him so that that's the closest guy?
Yeah. Atheron could move 6 inches straight towards that fellow. Could get up here, and that makes Mr. No Shirt. Did we roll Atheron's recovery check?
No.
We didn't?
I don't believe we did.
Either. I don't think we did either. And a 6 will do it. All right, so we're going to shake off that injury. Okay, so,
No, Spec was down. Someone in chat just said he was down, but
who was? Oh, was Atheron down and he got up Yes, you're right. Yeah,
Oh,
both
right,
of them
right,
were
right.
down, right? Both of
Yeah, he
them were
was down.
down. Atheron, both of them were down. Atheron recovered and was able to move away. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for keeping us honest there. So he is technically still injured. He is still injured.
Yeah, thanks, Flash.
From that spot, you would normally get 4 die 6. You can use your ranger bonus to get that 5th dice in there, and
Yeah.
my baddie will be trying to dodge it with 2 die 6. Here is the attack. You got 3 hits, a 6, a 4, and a 5. Baddie dodges none of it and will have to roll a 3 dice health check. And Baddie goes down with 1 failure, and he is down. And that will create the gap that Bilbo needs to try to get through there. Is that what
He's
you
not
want to
going to
do
be able.
next?
Yeah, he's not going to be able to reach the person holding the hostage, though, right?
You're correct. He could not rush him this turn, but you can
Can I?
move to within an inch of him. And the reason you can't rush him this turn is because if you want to fight somebody, there are plenty of folks around for you to fight. So
Oh, right.
if it's a maneuver you want to do, then simply getting in there and being in the doorway, basically.
Yeah, that would be good. And then I want to discard a card and make him hidden.
Oh, well, well, well.
That
So
was the
he
plan.
runs all the way up there. Well, 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 Mr. Baggins. The the old run in there and go and slip on the ring. He comes around the corner there and he sees old Goatleaf has got a hold of Ula Lilybottom. And then Mr. Baggins slips on the ring and goes into hiding. All right, we're going to put a black spot next to Mr. Bilbo to show that he is vanishing. And Goatleaf, surprise goes across his face as the little hobbit disappears. Interesting. All right.
Still have Gimrak.
Gimrak is your last character in play. So Gimrak, you had to discard the only card in your hand to use
Yeah.
your Fade ability.
That was the
And
downside.
that means Gimrak will not have a card to discard, so he's going to have to do it the honest way. He'll have 3 die 8, and the goblin is fighting back with. I'm using the same stats for all of my ruffians, so the goblins are just using the same stats because the honest reason was that I didn't have enough ruffians for this scenario. So, like, well, I'll just use goblins too. Here is the attack from Gimmer. I'm sorry. You have a choice here. You could dodge with 3 die 8, or you could brawl with 3 die 8. Do you want to brawl?
Yeah, let's brawl.
He's not injured. Okay, so here's the brawl, and you got a 5. See if that's going to be enough. The goblin got a 4. Do you play this safe and block that, or you take maximum carnage?
Maximum carnage. I still need to get rid of these guys.
Yep, I agree. So, 2. So you're going to have to pass a 1 dice health check, and my goblin's going to have to try to pass, and he is down. And then Gimrak passes on an 8, and he remains on his feet, and that is all of the player characters. Now the goblins, the ruffians, the baddies, I'm only going to be able to rush Bilbo if I can see him. And not very many of them are going to get a chance to see him. So I'm going to start with Goatleaf. If Goatleaf can spot him, then that could potentially pull Bilbo out of hiding. Goatleaf's going to get to roll 1d6. If I get a success here, I did not. Got a 2. So Goatleaf does not spot him. He remains hidden, and that will end Goatleaf's activation. So he is activated. The next one that will have a chance to spot Bilbo is this goblin out here in the courtyard or the area in front of the tavern. So he will get a chance to spot Bilbo because he has line of sight to where Bilbo is. So he will have a chance to spot Bilbo. See if he gets a success. Now, if he gets a success, there's still more. Okay, he got a 6. For the hidden, normally the hiding character will have to roll more successes. Bilbo has 4 die 10 in his finesse. He got a success. Normally, for most characters, that would actually be a failure because you have to roll more successes if you want to remain hidden. 1 success versus 1 success would normally mean you got spotted. However, Bilbo has the covert ability, and that puts the responsibility of rolling more successes on the other character. So if they want to spot Bilbo, they have to roll more successes. He was not spotted. He remains hidden, and that means that goblin is going to rush at Atheron. Atheron could shoot. Atheron is still injured. He could
He's
shoot.
gonna dodge.
Okay. He's dodging with 4d6.
I need him to stay alive.
Yeah, the goblin is attacking with 4d6.
He's gonna get rushed really bad right now.
2 6s and a 4. I don't think you're dodging what I'm throwing out there, though. 2 4s and a 6, so that means you're going to still have to roll a 1 dice health check. You have a reroll. Don't think there's any reason. I'm sorry, not on your dodge.
No.
You don't have a reroll on your dodge. So you did pass your health check on a 5. You were not able to back away because you were hit. The next one to activate, this guy here will have line of sight to Bilbo, so he'll get a chance to roll. He does not get a success. So basically, if they don't get a success, then I don't have to roll for Bilbo because that means there's no way that he could fail it. If they don't get a success, then he automatically remains hidden. So that guy's going to rush Atheron. So he's got 4d6. Atheron, you got 4d6 to dodge.
Yeah. I think Atheron's going to be doing a lot of dodging or dying in the next few minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So another attack against Atheron, a 4 and a 6. And you dodge it, and you can move an inch, basically, maybe towards the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this next fellow here will have a chance to spot Bilbo as well. He has line of sight to that area. There's a slight chance that he'll spot him. He doesn't. Another 1. Wow. So he will rush Atheron. The reason he's rushing Atheron instead of Gimrak, who is the nearer, and I want everybody to understand that, there's actually a couple different reasons why. Even if there wasn't a special rule, there is a special rule in this scenario where the NPCs will always rush whoever is nearest to the major plot point. But there's also a rule in Pulp Alley that says when you can ignore someone, that when you activate, you can ignore an enemy if they would mean moving further away from the major plot point. So moving towards Gimrak would be moving away from Ula. So I can ignore Gimrak and move towards Ula and rush somebody that's actually that direction. So he rushes at Atheron. Atheron is continuing to dodge. Here is the attack. 3 4s. You're not dodging that.
Ugh.
Not dodging 3 4s, sir. And you did. With 2 4s and a 5.
Oh, wow.
And that'll get you up onto the top of the stairs.
He's being very elfy right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his elf mode in full swing here. Okay. The next one I'm going to activate is this fellow out here. When he activates, he will also get an opportunity to spot Bilbo, who is right there in the doorway. So he will get an opportunity to spot him. And a 3 means he does not. And then he will rush at Atheron. I'm going to leave him at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, I bet you I can actually put that fellow kind of right there. All right, so he's coming up the stairs at Atheron. He'll have 4 die 6, and Atheron will be dodging. Oh, not dodging it this time. 2 6s, a 4, and a 5. 2 6s, a 4, and a 5. Oh, that was close. 2 6s and a 4, but you do not have anything that's going to stop the 5, and that means 1 hit is landing. This could be it for Atheron. A 5 keeps him on his feet, but he is not getting away from that fellow. So I have a goblin here that is going to run down there and attack Atheron as well. So he's attacking from there. 4 die 6 versus 4 die 6 on the dodge. Wow, 3 5s and a 6. Now they got Atheron figured out. I think they've got Atheron figured out. He got 2 5s, so he's going to stop 2 of those, and he's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. 2 dice health check. And a 5 and a 6 keeps him on his feet, but he is tied down. They are overwhelming him now. They have him tied down and trapped. The next goblin I'm going to activate is this one down here. And it will also rush Atheron. And look at this. He's coming up from behind now. Rushing down through there and attacking Atheron. At that point, when just before he reaches Atheron, he would have line of sight to where Bilbo is. So he would get to roll. He does get a success. That means Bilbo's going to have to get at least 1 success on 4 die 10. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, he made it. So the attack finishes off with this fellow giving Atheron what for? 4 die 6 against Atheron, dodging with 4 die 6. This could be it. Atheron is getting surrounded. The goblin only got a 4, though. Goblin only got a 4. No big deal there. Atheron can move away by scooting 1 inch towards the door. 1
He's
inch.
dodged his way all the way up the stairs and into the house.
Yeah, that's like an Errol Flynn movie or something. So he's right there at the doorway. What do I have left? I got 1 fella out there. Still have a fella out here. So he's going to activate. Now Gimrak is only 1 inch away, but it's moving away from Ula. So I can ignore him and rush the nearer enemy. So he will run up the steps again. Just before he gets engaged with Atheron, he would get a spotting check on, and got a 1. Okay. So he does not spot Bilbo. and he will engage Atheron right there. So 4 die 6. And Atheron is dodging with 4 die 6. Goblin gets 2 4s. Atheron dodges it with a 6 and a 5. And that, do you want to dodge into the house? Or do you want to try and, yeah, okay. Dodge inside
if I'm in the door frame, it'll limit how many people can rush me from outside.
Inside the house. I guess maybe do we just leave you at the doorway? I don't know. Where do you want to be?
I want to create a bottleneck, so just inside the door.
Okay, just inside the doorway. Okay, I'll try and get you some room here. You are injured. Was not able to get that elf, that final injury to get him down. So he's kind of holding the doorway. He's not going to be able to hold it for long. Well, I mean, he can hold it forever with dodging. Remember, you do not have to, when you roll a successful dodge, you don't have to move away. So he could stand in that doorway and just duck and weave and hold that space. You don't have, I'm going to back them up so I got room for everybody. Okay. Let's see. I think I still have some goblins, though. So I'm going to cross this goblin off, and he's going to move towards Atheron. I'm going to move this one, and he's going to move towards Atheron. And I still have one more. Oh, I got one that can make it to Atheron. I got another one. Ha ha ha, I've got you now. I got one back here. So he's going to come up and around and oh, what if I went through the window? I'm going to do that. Difficult move. I'm going to go through the window and stop right there. So there is my fella going through the window. Coming up from behind Atheron. Now I've got you. That means they pretty much ignored Gimrak this turn. Because everyone moved towards Atheron, and he spent his activation dodging them, moving up the steps to get away. He does end this turn unengaged, and that will, in fact, end the turn. We got some recovery checks to roll for, so I guess we'll start with Atheron there. Let's see if he can recover. I think he's your only injured character right now. A 5 is a recovery. So he shakes off that last injury, or the previous injury. And then I have 2 baddies down outside, here and here. So here's Mr. No Shirt that got an arrow to his popo. Why am I rolling 2 dice? Get those out of there. Here's the guy with the no shirt. He is gone with a 1. And now for the one that's in contact with Gimrak. He is back on his feet, and he will engage Gimrak and prevent him from joining the fight. Nice. So Gimrak is tied up with another goblin. Atheron is facing the wave, and little Bilbo is within striking range of Goatleaf here. What's going to happen? We are running out of time, boys and girls. That was turn number 5. We are starting turn number 6.
Even if I get it, I have to hold it off for 3 more turns.
What was that?
I said, even if I get the hostage, I have to hold off for like several turns still.
Yeah. And you don't have her yet. You're going to have to put Goatleaf down. Possibly Bilbo could do that. Possibly Bilbo could get in there and get Sting in on Goatleaf. That's just going to drop the plot point. And then, does Atheron go over there and capture the plot point this turn? Maybe. maybe that's what happens. But
Yeah.
first, you've got to get rid of Goatleaf. And he's not going anywhere. I can guarantee you he can handle anything you got. Probably. I mean, he is level 2, so look out. But then look at the horde. Look at the mighty horde that I have piled up outside the wall here. They are coming through, and I've even got them coming through the windows. So I don't think at this point you could pretty much say that there's no way that they're going to make it off the table. But that's like a major victory. If you capture Ula and then get her off the table, that would be like a major victory, because that automatically ends the scenario as soon as the character carrying her gets her off the table. However, she does slow you down, so you can't move over 6 inches once you pick up that plot point. Draw cards. This is turn number 6. We're going to draw cards. You drew a warmed up. That's kind of nice. That would be pretty powerful in Gimrak's hands. Maybe even Mr. Baggins. I'm not sure. Here is the card for the baddies. They also got a warmed up. Okay. And we're off. We are off and running, sir. You have 3 characters on the table. Who are you going to activate first? Now, Bilbo currently is in hiding. So if he moves up and attacks Goatleaf, Goatleaf will get a chance to spot him. But if he doesn't spot him, then it's an ambush attack. And that's an unopposed attack. That means Goatleaf won't even get to react, won't be able to dodge, won't be able to fight back. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Or you could send Atheron in there. Either way, you could send Atheron in to brawl him. Atheron only brawls with 2 dice 6. He's capable of putting him down. You tell me, though, who do you want to send in?
Bilbo for sure.
Okay, Bilbo goes in. All right. So Bilbo goes into the fray. Is there any reason why you'd want to move? Like maybe, okay, it's an attack, so we have to move by the most direct route, and then just before the attack is resolved, remember the defender does get a spotting check. Unfortunately, Mr. Goatleaf only rolls 1 dice. And he got a 5. So he could spot you. Bilbo rolls 4 die 10. As long as you don't get any successes, well, surprise, surprise, you successfully avoided being spotted, and now your attack happens. You have 3 die 10, and it is an unopposed attack, which means that the enemy cannot dodge and cannot fight back. So whatever successes we get 3 successes, a 7 and a 6.
Wow.
And what was that?
I said wow on 3 successes.
All 3
That's
successes. Great. So Goatleaf will have to roll a 3 dice health check. And poor Goatleaf does not get a single success, and he is cut down in his prime, and he is down. Now the question here is, does Atheron go get some of that Ula?
It isn't an action to I just have to be in contact and it automatically.
Nope. Not for the player characters. The player characters have to do it the honest way. The ruffians just swoop her up. The player characters have to perform a normal plot point action to pick her up.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, he's gonna try to do it.
The reason that happens in some scenarios is that NPCs are not normally allowed to perform actions. Normally an NPC will not do plot points because they can't do plot points. So on some scenarios, they are allowed to just move into contact with the plot point and then scoop it up. All right. What do you want to do here? Is Atheron going to hold the door
and just let
Yeah, it's
Bilbo
tough.
deal with that over there?
If I don't,
Oh,
the
I
guy that's
need to.
already in the room is gonna grab the hostage.
You're correct. You are correct. The goblin that is in the room will has come up from behind you and is going to grab the hostage.
So maybe. Oh boy.
I'm gonna throw one more thing at you. I'm gonna throw one more thing at you here. Does Bilbo want to slip on the ring? I'm not sure that it's
Oh
a
yeah.
good idea. Like he's a heck of a dodger too, with something like 4 die 10. He's actually the best dodger of your whole group. So he could kind of defend Atheron if Atheron went back there and picked up Ula. Bilbo could almost be the meat shield for Atheron and just, try to hold the goblins off, because they're going to come through the doorway and the window and they're going to be all over Atheron. Or you could slip on that ring, lose the one card you have, and go back into hiding.
This
I don't know that you ought
the
to go
card I
into
have is a
hiding. I
warmed
think
up
you
too.
almost need Bilbo to hold the door.
For Bilbo to hold the door.
What was that?
What I was gonna say originally was that I have a warmed up too, which means that Atheron, instead of dodging a bunch, could actually fight for a while until he gets injured.
The same potentially with Bilbo. Bilbo is actually a better brawler than
That's true.
Atheron. So if Atheron went back and picked up Ula and got behind Bilbo, then Bilbo again could stand there with Sting and potentially use his warmed up card to hold off the goblins until he got injured. In which case, he
Yeah,
has a
let's.
D10 health, also potentially, an effect of being a ring bearer. Or do you, I think it's a tough decision.
I think I'm gonna try to get the hostage with Atheron and position Atheron in a
Okay.
way that Bilbo is gonna take the brunt of the attacks.
Okay. So he could get on the other side. He can get on the other side of Bilbo, where Bilbo is between him and the window and the door. Look at that. He can get on the other side of Bilbo, and then he can attempt the plot point from there. That is an action. Let's see if he can pull it off. That means Bilbo is facing the horde, and there is a horde about to come through that door. Now, eventually, they will no longer be able to engage Bilbo once maybe like 3 of them get on him, and they'll actually pour around to Atheron. So we'll just have to see how that goes there. Okay, here we go. Oh, you get a peril. You're attempting a plot point, and it is 2 with finesse or cunning. You're not injured right now. You've got 3 die 10 in finesse. Sorry, 3 die 8. You have 3 die 8 in finesse. Do you want to use your ranger bonus to get a 4th dice, or do you think you can get 2 successes on 3 dice?
Oh boy. I think I can get. I'll save it for the next one.
Flash Kaboom was asking, do you play the card on Bilbo's activation? For the Fade ability, you play the card at the end of Bilbo's activation. So if he wants to go into hiding, then he could do it at the end of his activation to disappear. But I think he's holding on to the card because he actually wants Bilbo there as a meat shield. I apologize. I got distracted there. Did you say you wanted to use the +1 here or hold on to it?
I don't. I'm gonna just.
Okay, so he says, I can do it with 3 dice. And you do. A 4 and a 5 will get you the 2 successes to get past the peril. So an arrow comes flying through the window and sticks into the wall next to Atheron. as he's trying to free Ula, and then she gets the plot point. 1 success. I think Ula might be a little bit sweet on Atheron. She only 1 success now with might or finesse. Going to be using your finesse again. No reason not to do the bonus here, right? Warmed up is played before a brawl or a shoot. Yes, correct. Yeah, warmed up is not played until you actually want to use it. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to use it on your first fight. It's not played. It's played when you want to cancel your penalty. So here is the 4 dice for capturing Ula, and you got 2 successes. That's enough to
There we
mean
go.
Ula is now held by Atheron. So she is picked up. Let's see. Do you get a reward card for that? I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
How are you going to take control of the hostage as normal? Hostage has 3 effects. Yeah, I think you get just a regular reward card for that. So potentially could be helpful. So we're going to be using the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular reward cards, not one from the scenario. So 1, 2, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get a +1 to your might for the rest of, or while you're holding her. And she is not no drop. She is not a no drop plot point. So
Right.
he could, if he goes down, then he loses that plot point. Ula is loose again.
I still have.
I got to count
Gimrak.
on Goatleaf getting up. If Goatleaf gets up at the end of the turn, that could be a big help. So now I'm going to have to start activating my folks.
I haven't done Gimrak yet.
All right,
Right?
fine. All right.
I don't think he's gonna do much, but
Well, maybe he can
he
take a
hasn't done yet.
goblin out. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Maybe you can get rid of the goblin. Did I forget to place goblins at the end of that at the start of the turn? I think we need to go back and put some more gobos out. I get 2 new ones. Right? Yeah. I don't see them out here, so I'll just go ahead and put out some more. Here's one over here. Let's see, what camera is this? 3. Here's one for this spot. 7 inches off this way. He's bringing up the rear. Okay, way back here. That one over there. 7 inches that away. Can I cheat and stick him in the... I sure as heck can. I'm going to put him inside the house. 7 inches. He is back inside the house. 7 inches off this way. He is through this door to the back room, and he's going to be coming through there. I got to remember I can get through those doors and windows. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled fight of Gimrak versus the dwarf. I'm sorry, Gimrak versus the goblin. You have a warmed up in your hand. Are you going to pitch that to give him a +2, or are you going to just work it the honest way?
Yeah.
Gonna hold on to your warmed up?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to
for
it.
Bilbo?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So here we go. So Gimrak, 3 die 8 at my poor little Gobo. Okay, here we go. A 4. That's all he got. I'm gonna get me some Gimrak right here. A 4 and a 5. Well, maximum carnage, sir?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so my goblin's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Gimrak will have to pass a 2 dice health check. He'll get an extra dice to do it. He passes it. Goblin also passes. Remains on his feet. So Gimrak remains tied up, and that, you're right, that changed pretty much nothing. So now the baddies are going to start activating, and I guess I'm going to start with that fight. With NPCs, you should normally start with the NPCs that are nearest to player characters. Doesn't get any nearer than nose to nose. So my goblin now will be fighting with 3 die 6. You could fight me back with 2 die 8 or dodge me with 3 die 8.
He's gonna dodge.
Might as well
I'm
fight.
gonna I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight.
Yeah, I don't think that's. Oh, I should roll for the goblin first. No particular reason, but basically out of politeness. And goblins are nothing but polite, sir. Nothing but polite. It got a 6. You got a 6 and a 3. It's not going to block, even though it could. And that means both of you are going to have to take a 1 dice health check. Goblin is down. Gimrak gets 2 dice. And a 6 is going to keep him in play. All right, or on his feet. So that goblin has activated. Now it's the horde. The horde is coming at... Let's find a good spot for this. The horde is coming at Bilbo and Atheron inside the inn. So I'm trying to get a good view here. Okay. All right. Here we go, boys and girls. This is the final battle for the inn right here. This one, I think, has an easy pick of... I think both of these characters are about an equal distance. So I'm going to actually put him on Atheron since their goal is to get the major plot point. So he's going to ignore him and go for Atheron. That means old Atheron has to choose here. Is he going to try to dodge with 4 die 8? I think he was too close to shoot at.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He was too close to shoot. He was under the 3 inches.
Okay, then just dodge.
Okay, so you're going to be dodging with 4 die 8. I'm attacking with 4 die 6. You're not dodging what he's throwing out there, buddy. You're not dodging what he's got. A 6 and a 4. Yeah, that's going to be too much. That's no way. 3 6s and an 8. Okay, well, you got lucky on that one. Do you back up or do you hold your ground?
Yeah, I back up.
You back up an inch towards the doorway. And then guess who's waiting for you over there? My goblin in the back room comes forward and attacks Atheron from behind. 4 die 8 coming at you, sir. You're dodging again with 4 die 6. He was too close to shoot. You could brawl me with 2 die 6 if you wanted to. You're not injured.
Yeah, but...
Stay alive.
I actually... Oh, no, that's only on my turn. Once per turn?
There is during your activation on there. I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
During your own activation. Okay, so 4 die 6 coming from the Gobo. 2 6s. See if you can dodge 2 6s, sir. A 6 and an 8 will in fact dodge it, and you don't have anywhere to dodge now. They've kind of got you. Sorry, you don't have any room to disengage, is what I should have said. They've got you hemmed in right there now. So if they can get through Bilbo, I can get him.
Oh boy,
Next one that comes through the doorway. We're going to say he comes through the window. Oh, sneaky Gobo. Coming at Bilbo. So again, you still don't have to use the warmed up because it doesn't have any effect now. You could use it now, but there's really absolutely no reason. The warmed up card, you use it when you actually want it to pay off. So you can hold on to it for now. Yeah. So you have 3 die 10. If you want to attack me, you could dodge me with 4 die 10, or you could fight me with 3 die 10.
No, I'm going to fight.
Okay.
Bilbo's going to slaughter everybody who comes up to him.
All right, so 3 die 10 from Bilbo. 3 die 10 from Bilbo. 3 2s. Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
So much for the slaughter of them all. I think the ring just betrayed him. And only 1 hit from the goblin. That means Bilbo's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. And he passes it. He is not injured. So I'm going to send another ruffian in and attack Bilbo. I got 4 die 6 coming at you. Now is when, if you wanted to attack, now is when you would play warmed up.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, you play warmed up. You will not suffer. And the nice thing about warmed up, or at least in the second edition version of it, is that it counts for the rest of the turn. So he will ignore the multiple fights penalty for the rest of the turn. Okay, 3 die 10 versus 4 die 6. Here is the ruffian attacking you. He got 2 6s.
Oh, no.
You got 2 6s and a 7. Now notice that if he was dodging there, he would be able to stop those hits and play it safe. Because he is not the active character, then the ruffian is just going to throw those hits through. And that means the ruffian takes 3 hits and Bilbo takes 2 hits. Okay, here is the ruffian's roll. Ruffian is down. I'm going to need that space for more bodies, so I'm going to set him out here for now. Bilbo is injured.
Oh, no.
Bilbo is a D10 character, so he's not out yet, but that was only, then I still have another swarm coming through. Another ruffian comes through. Now, Bilbo, you could fight me on 3 die 8 because you're warmed up, or you can dodge me with 4 die 8. What do you want to do?
I was really hoping he would last longer before getting injured.
Well, you still got 3 die 8. What do you think you want to do here? Keep fighting?
Yeah, let's go for it one more time.
Okay. All right. So 3 die. This is the ruffian's turn. We're going to roll for him first. 3 6s. That's coming through.
Oh, man.
That's coming through. This could be the end of Mr. Bilbo. You got an 8 and a 5, so the ruffian's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check, and Bilbo's going to get a 3 dice health check. Here is for the ruffian, and the ruffian goes down again. So that's a nice stack of cordwood that's appearing in front of Bilbo there. And here is for Mr. Bilbo, 3 hits. And he is injured again.
Oh, no. This is the game.
He is down to D6s.
All right,
he is
dodging
down to
all the way.
D6 health now. And another ruffian is coming in. All right, Bilbo. The next injury could put you down. You could still fight with 3 die 6.
No, I'm dodging.
You're switching to dodge now. 4 die
Should've
6.
dodged last time.
What's going on? Hold on a second. Joey? Hello? Oh, that's June.
You got your own goblin attack?
Yeah, I have my own goblin attack going here. I'm gonna run next door for just a moment and just check on things and make sure everything's okay.
No problem.
I'll be right back.
No problem.
Entertain the players with stories of something.
Oh, boy. How's everybody in the chat doing today? Is anyone painting right now? I've been painting Greek mythology stuff lately. Yeah, the four die 6 brawl is really brutal, especially in the numbers that they have. I'm surprised I've made it as long as I have, honestly. I really thought that Bilbo move with rushing through and hiding was going to save me, but it doesn't seem to have gone well. Yeah, if I could hide a couple of those goblins in my pocket while he's gone, that would be great. Cluedo, that's cool. Cobra, where did you get Cobra minis?
Okay, come on. Say hi to everybody. Hello.
So it was a goblin.
It was a goblin. I found a goblin. Okay. Did we roll for that new ruffian? That new ruffian comes in. He's got 4 dice 6 against. Oh, you're down to. Oh, you're gonna dodge with 4 dice 6, aren't you now? Yeah. Is that what you decided to do? Or is the ruffian?
I'm just going to be dodging forever
Okay.
now.
All right. So here is the attack from the ruffian.
I have a feeling this is the end of Bilbo, honestly.
Okay. 6 and a 4. See what you get. 6 and a 5. So you will dodge that. Hold his ground, and a next ruffian comes in. So every one of them that can will be pouring through into the inn now. So this one is rolling 4 dice 6 at you, and you are dodging with 4 dice 6. Here we go. 6 and a 4. Dodging. 2 6s. So that will keep him in the game. I'm only going to be able to get one more on you. And then the rest of them are going to pour through to Atheron. So that one will hit Bilbo before it makes it to Atheron. So here's his attack on Bilbo. 2 5s and a 6. Can Bilbo stop that? He stops 2 of it, but he's going to have to make a 1 dice health check here, boys and girls. He's going to have to make a 1 dice health check. Everybody, real quick, if you haven't already, make sure you get subscribed to our little channel. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Please take a moment right now and show your support for our fun little channel, and do what you can to help us out a little bit. So here is Bilbo's final health check of the scenario. If he passes this, he remains up, and Bilbo is down.
Oh no!
Bilbo is down. Bilbo is down right there. So now
trouble.
the horde is coming through. So I have another one on Atheron. Another one here on Atheron with 4 dice 6. Atheron's not injured, is he?
I don't think so.
What is it, Button? You're okay. Where is Mama? I don't know. So 3 die 8. 3 die 8 to dodge. Atheron's not injured. He's got 4 die 8 in dodge. Are you dodging?
Yeah.
I guess you have to, because you can't really fight at this point. So here's the attack against you. 4 die 6. 6 and a 5. Here is the dodge. 2 8s will dodge. You have nowhere to go, and you're stuck there. The next guy's going to come in. They will eventually find a weak spot in his defenses and get through. Here is the attack. 4 die 6. 5, 4, and a 6. Here's the dodge. 8, a 6, and a 5, and he stops all 3 of it. That's the last one that can make it through to him.
Bye. Bye.
Are you saying bye? Are you saying bye?
Bye. Bye. Oh, bye. Bye.
Yep. You want to go outside?
Yeah.
You want to go outside? Okay. So I got one goblin left that doesn't have anybody to attack other than, I guess I'll just move him up the stairs and put him in the room because he doesn't have anybody to really. I guess I could send him against Gimrak. Let's just fight the Gimrak. So I'll come over and attack Gimrak. What do I have there on Gimrak? What do I have against Gimrak? I got 4 die 6 coming at you. Gimrak's not injured. He's been in one fight. You could fight me with 2 die 8, or you can brawl me with. You can fight me with 2 die 8, or you can dodge me with 3 die 8. Which one do you want to do?
That shot of just a heap of guys inside that building is crazy.
Yeah. Are you gonna fight him or try and?
I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
I'm going down fighting basically.
Yeah,
right now.
that's the spirit. He got 2 6s. You got 1 6. He'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. And he is down. You'll have to roll 1 dice health check. You get 2 dice to do it, and you are injured. Okay. So Gimrak is injured. And that ends the turn, except for I have 2. Where are my baddies? Oh, that was one, and this was one over here. So he'll just run 12 inches towards the stairs, and that's the end of turn number 6, except for recovery checks.
This feels
Except
like a
for
zombie
recovery
scenario.
checks. So let's start some recovery checks. I have 2. You have 2 to make. So let's just do. Is Atheron injured? Atheron's not injured. You only have 1 recovery check, and that is for Bilbo. So roll for Bilbo, and he gets a 5. Bilbo is back on his feet. In this situation, he has nowhere to go. He does not have anywhere that he could disengage to. You can only disengage. You can only move him 1 inch, and nowhere would that mean that he is no longer engaged. So he is stuck there. And that's worth mentioning that if you don't have a free spot to move to, then you don't get the move. You can't just move it to a different bad place. But he's back on his feet at least. Now I had 2 fellas that were down at the front door, so we're gonna roll for them. One of them is up and one of them is gone.
Gimrak got injured too, right?
Oh, I don't show an injury on Gimrak. I'm not saying that he isn't, but I don't show anything on him. I don't show anything on him right now. Oh, I have old Goat Leaf. I got old Goat Leaf there, and he's gone as well with a 3.
Yay!
Oh, poor old Goat Leaf. Oh, I have 2. Got 2 goblins out there next to Gimrak. One of them is gone, and one is back on his feet.
Gimrak hasn't moved since the game started.
He's been stuck there with those goblins. And the goblin will not choose to disengage. It will remain in contact with Gimrak. Okay. What do we have next? That was turn 6. Turn 7. Drawing cards. You got a disarmed. Sounds like a discarded. I got an uncanny. I get 2 new goblins. 7 inches that away. That's nice. Back there on the patio. And 3 inches that way. So he's kind of back behind the house. Okay. All right. You have 2 turns to survive. This is turn 7. Oh man.
I'm just gonna dodge everything from now on.
Yeah. Yeah, just try and hold on, just try and stay alive, huh? Well, I think that's where we're going then. Who's acting? Oh, and they're gonna have a really hard time here, boys and girls, because they're activating with multiple enemies in contact with them. Bilbo has 4 enemies in contact with him. So when he activates, he's going to have to split his dodge dice up against all of those enemies. And the same thing with Atheron. Atheron has 3 enemies in contact with him. I think I might still be able to get him. I think the overwhelming press of numbers might finish them off. All right. I only need 1 injury on Bilbo to put him back down, so we'll just see how that goes. Who are you going to activate first?
Let's do Gimrak.
Gimrak. Gimrak's fight.
Yeah.
Do you want to discard that card to get 5 dice, or are you going to do it the honest way?
We didn't draw cards.
Oh. Yeah, I gave you a disarmed.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you got a disarmed, and I got
Sorry,
an uncanny.
I missed that, sorry. Trying to think so hard about how to get out of this situation.
I know. They are pressing, the numbers are pressing in here. I only need 1 injury on Bilbo to put him back down. He's a heck of a dodger, though. It'll be tough. So who do you want to see? You activated Gimrak. Do you want to get rid of your card for 5 dice, or you think 3 dice is enough?
I mean, I'm not going to get rid of the card.
Okay, so you're going to have to go with your 3 dice attack, or 3 dice to dodge. No reason to do that here. This actually is a time when it doesn't matter. 6 and an 8 is what you got. The goblin got 2 6s. How do you play that? Maximum carnage?
Yeah, maximum carnage.
Let it ride? Okay. So both of you will have to pass a 2 dice health check. Goblin is down. Gimrak will get an extra dice, and he remains on his feet. And now it's into the fray. All right. Who's going to activate next in there?
Not even sure.
Bilbo,
I guess Bilbo
or Atheron?
Bilbo first, I guess.
Okay. Bilbo activates. He has 4 enemies engaged with him. You could choose to brawl with 3 die 8, or you could choose, 3 die 10. And you could actually put 1 dice. I'm gonna back up. You're
I think
like
he's down to
pretty
D6,
badly
right?
injured, so you're down to
Yeah.
D6s. So you could put 1 dice on 3 different guys and then give one of them a free attack. Or you could try to dodge each of them with only putting 1 dice on each one of them.
I didn't know that's how that worked. Yeah, I'm just gonna dodge.
Okay, so you're gonna have 1 dice against each one of them. He is overwhelmed. They are grabbing him. Do you see how difficult that is when you have multiple enemies on you? That could get really bad, especially
Actually, you know
when
what?
you're outnumbered 4 to 1 right now.
I'm gonna brawl. I'm gonna brawl instead because he's gonna go down anyway.
All right. He
So
says
I'll
he's
try to
just
take
going
some
to
people
take
down
it.
with me.
So you'll have 3 dice. They will have to be split up against 1 on each enemy, and then you'll have 1 that will get a free attack. Since you are the active character, you get to decide the order of the fights. So there's no way that you would choose to do the unopposed attack. Instead, you'll do one of the fights that you have. So here is your 1 dice to attack. You got a 5. Goblin's rolling 4 dice. And it got a 6. Couldn't block it even if you wanted to. So Bilbo has to roll a 1 dice health check. He passes with a 5 again. Goblin got a 2 and is down. The next fight, you have 1 dice to roll. You get a 1. Goblin gets a 5 and a 6. You're going to have to pass a 2 dice health check. 2 dice health check or Bilbo, 2 5s. Bilbo stays on his feet. Whew. Third fight, you have 1 dice on him. You get a 6. Goblin's rolling 4 dice. Gets 3 6s. Do you want to block one of those, or are you just going to say take them all?
Wait, do I get to choose?
You do, because this is your
right, because I'm
activation.
attacking. Right, I forgot it was my activation.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, I'll block. I'll block.
You'll
one.
block it and take 2 hits. Okay. You block it, take 2 hits, and you pass. So the last guy is unopposed. Gets 4. He only got 1 hit. He only got 1 hit. A 5. And Bilbo stays on his feet.
Oh my gosh.
So now we have.
Daddy.
You're gonna have to activate Atheron now. You're gonna have to activate Atheron now. When he activates, he's gonna have to split his 4-die-8 dodge against those 3 enemies. So he can put 2 dice on one of them, and then 1 dice on the other 3. Sorry, the other 2. What is it, Button?
Oh, Mama.
You want Mama?
Yeah.
I do too. I want Mama too.
Mama.
Okay, you go see if you can find Mama. All right. So there's no reason not to do the, or you could attack here. I mean, you have 3-die-8, so you could put 1 dice on each of them. What do you feel like doing?
This is tough. Yeah, let's go down fighting. I'll brawl.
Okay, 1 dice on each of them. They're throwing D6s at you. So that's your activation. We'll roll for you first. This is for that goblin that came through the back room. You got a 7. It has 4 dice against you. It got a 6 and a 4. Are you going to try and block that, or?
No.
Okay, so Atheron will have to roll
wait.
a 1
I need him to live. I need him to
check.
live. I am
What
gonna
was
block
that?
it. I just need him to live. So
That's
I
true.
do want to block it.
So he's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. You passed it. The goblin goes down. All right, you got 1-die-8 against the next fellow. Got a 6. The goblin or the ruffian's rolling 4-die-6. Got 2 6s, a 4, and a 5. Do you want to block one of those, or just say take them all?
I'm gonna block one.
Okay, so you'll have to roll a 3-dice health check. A 6, a 5, and an 8 keeps you on your feet. No, sweetie. No. Let's see if what that was. That was your mama. Hold on a second. Sweetie? She's over here. Can you come get her? It's okay. Mama's gonna be over. Let's see. What's happened to the screen? Okay. Where were we, Mike? Remind me. I'm sorry, I got distracted there.
We just fought the second.
Fought
I
the
just attacked
second
the
one.
second guy. Yeah.
Okay.
For Atheron.
And now I guess we're going to the third one. So, you've got 1 die 8, and you got nothing. The goblin, ruffian, also got nothing. Are
Oh,
you
wow.
still there?
Me? Yep.
Okay, all right. Let's see. So that guy was on Bilbo. That guy. So now they're going to start activating. So I can get another guy in on Bilbo. 4 die 6 coming at Bilbo. Is Bilbo going to dodge?
Yeah.
It goes 4 die 6 to dodge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is the attack. Ooh, 2 4s, a 6, and a 5. Bilbo's not dodging what they're throwing out. You only dodged 1. You're going to have to take a 3 dice health check. 1 failure is enough to put Bilbo back down.
Oh, no.
Okay. I can't get anybody else on Atheron. This guy is going to come up to the doorway. This guy's going to come around to the doorway. And... oh, that was your activations. Now the baddies get to go. So I have 2 guys on Atheron. So the first one's going to activate. He has 3 die 6 attacking Atheron. Is Atheron injured yet? No.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So you can dodge me with 4 die 8. Okay, here's my attack. I got a 5. You dodged it. Here's the next guy. Same thing. They only get 3 dice now because this is their multiple fights. Your dodge, dodged it. Okay, so both of those guys attacked. These guys don't have anything to attack because Bilbo is down. They can't get onto Atheron. I guess they're done. I guess that's it. They're done. The last thing that happens at the turn is recovery checks. I have a goblin down. Can't believe I didn't get Atheron injured yet. We're starting the last turn of the game.
He's a
We're
pretty
starting
good
the
dodger.
last turn. So here is for Bilbo. This is to see if Bilbo gets up a 4 and he is back on his feet. Bilbo is back up and engaged with 4 enemies because he has nowhere to disengage to. The goblin that's over there by Gimrak finally leaves play. The goblin inside the inn is back on its feet.
Oh, no.
The goblin in the back room is gone. Wow, that actually gives Atheron room to dodge. Unless I can get someone in that back room. Here is 2 new spots, 2 new goblins coming into play. This one here.
Is there a window in that back room?
No, he won't make
No.
it to the back room, but he's close. But he's still outside. That one, 4 inches this way. So he'll be over here. All right. All right. And then we're going to draw cards. New turn. Last turn of the game. Your card is, you still have your disarmed.
Yeah, I still have it.
You drew a trip up. Probably not too terribly important right now. All right. Sir, you have 3 characters in play. It's going to be really hard to get Atheron now that he has dodging room.
Is Gimrak still in contact with somebody?
He is not. He has actually got rid of all of them out there. So he is free to rush forward.
Yeah, I'm going to move him as close as I can.
Okay.
Into the...
Yeah, you can move up here and even attack a goblin.
Yeah.
Just trying to get in the in. So, do you want to discard one of those 2 cards you have?
Yeah, let's discard the disarmed.
Okay, disarmed is gone. That's going to get you up to 5d8. And the goblin will be fighting back with 4 dice 6. You got a 6, a 4, and an 8. Goblin got 6, a 5, and a 4. Now you could call that a clean swipe and not take any damage on either side, or you could throw some damage in there. How do you feel you want to play this? Maximum carnage?
Yeah, it's the last turn. I don't need Kimrak to be alive.
Okay. So both of them are going to take 3 hits. The goblin down. Gimrak will get a 4th dice as a bonus when he needs 3 of these. He does not get it, and he is injured. Okay. Now you have Atheron and Bilbo. Both of them are engaged and will have to fight when they activate. How are you going to play it?
Do Bilbo first.
Okay. When he activates, he has 4 enemies in contact with him. He'll have to split his dice. Unless he wants to brawl with them. You want to brawl again? Or
I'm going to try to brawl, yeah.
Okay, so you'll have 1 dice on 3 of them. One of them will get a free hit. You're the active character, so you get to decide how you split that up. Just real quickly for everybody at home, remember that it's only the active character that's ever allowed to or ever forced to split their dice. So that's why when an enemy activates first, and that's how you would want to handle this, right? If Bilbo was actually the director and this was normal characters, there's no way you want to activate Bilbo first because then he has to split his dice. But if you could force them to activate first and come at him, then he gets to fight them one at a time. And gets to use his full dice. So it's very important that you take advantage when you're the director to force the enemy to activate first. But in this case, these are non-player characters and they cannot be forced to activate first. Here we go. You got 1, 2, 3. So we're going to fight the first goblin coming at you there. Got 2 6s and a 4. You got a 5. Do you want to block one of theirs or just go ahead and say take them all? Okay. So the goblin will have to roll a 1 dice health check, and Bilbo will have to roll a 3 dice health check. The goblin stays on his feet.
Oh, no.
And Bilbo, 2 6s and a 4, stays on his feet.
Oh, wow.
The next fight, Bilbo has 1 dice. The goblin has 4 dice. Bilbo gets a 4. Ruffian gets a 4. Do you want to block it or say take them all?
I'm not blocking. Take them all.
So both of them will roll a health check. The white dice is for Bilbo, and Bilbo is down.
Ah, no.
Ruffian remains on his feet with a 6.
Boy, they've been rolling so well.
And then the next 2, so that'll end that melee there, and then you'll have to activate Atheron last. Atheron, you only have 2 dice 6 in brawl. I messed up last time, but that would get you a 3rd dice if you wanted to brawl. You could brawl with 3 dice 6, or you can dodge with 5d8 because it's your activation. What do you want to do?
You're talking about for Atheron?
Atheron. You could either brawl with 3 dice 6 or dodge with 5d8.
Gonna dodge.
Okay. So how do you want to, so here is a little trick, I guess. The enemy's going to be rolling 4 dice 6. Now you could stack that and say I'm going to put, you have to put 1 dice on both of them. but then you get to decide how you distribute the other dice. So you could put 4 die 8 against one of them, hoping that if you can beat him and avoid all the hits, then you can back up an inch, and that will actually cancel the fight against the other guy.
Yeah.
You want to try that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you have 4 die 8 on one and 1 die 8 assigned to the other guy. Here is the attack. 2 6s and a 4. Sorry,
Oof.
Mike, I don't think you're going to get away from that one. 2 6s and a 4. A 7. A 7 and a 5 will stop 2 6s and a 4. So
Whew.
you were able to, by the skin of your teeth, dodge away, and that means you could actually disengage from both of those enemies and move back into the next room.
Yep.
And that cancels the other fight. The other fight does not take place now because you're no longer in contact. That ends your activations, and now they will come at you. So we really only have one guy that can attack you, and that is this fella right here in the doorway. I think this game is about over. We have 4 die 6. Sorry. Yeah, we still have 4 die 6 coming from that guy because the fight was canceled and didn't actually occur there. And you can dodge it with
Yep.
3 die 8. Sorry, 4 die 8. All right, I don't think you're going to be able to dodge this. I got a 5. What are the chances that you can get a 5 on 4 die 8? Okay, pretty good. 2 7s. Okay, that will stop it. That means you don't even have to dodge. Oh, look, I got a window. I was thinking that was going to end the scenario, but look what I have right back here, boys and girls. Look what I have. I have a goblin sitting right outside that window. And guess what he's going to do? With a little 6-inch move, he's going to climb through that window and attack Atheron from the caboose. A caboose attack, I tell you. A caboose attack. All right, so one more attack against Atheron. Almost pointless because it won't pay off even if I get an injury on him here. So I got 4 die 6 against your 4 die 8 dodge. Boy, Atheron has been untouchable. All I get was a 4.
He's been down once.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He got back up again.
He doesn't want to do that again. You dodged it and you were able to avoid the attack, so you could actually it's probably a smarter move to stay exactly where you are rather than dodging up the stairs. Because if you gave me some space there, then I could come in and fill it and continue attacking you.
Yeah,
If
I'm not
you
moving
don't
anywhere.
move, then I can't get through you. I can't get past you, and I can't get into contact with you because there are already 2 enemies there.
Yep.
So that will end the scenario right there. You're right. Atheron was down at one point during the scenario and
What a
then
game.
came back. Yeah.
That
Atheron was down and came back. This looked really, really bad for quite a while. This looked like the baddies were going to have the day, and even there towards the end, I wasn't too sure whether or not the baddies were going to get in there and be able to put them down. I got Bilbo down a couple times as well. I don't know that Gimrak was ever down, but this was definitely a bloodied little scenario for the good guys. Now, what happens next is basically that a group of the Rangers of the North come in at this point and rout the rest of the baddies from the village of Archet and drive them away. So the ruffians are scattered. The goblins, scatter back to the east and leave Archet for the time being. Hopefully the dinner bell rings, all the ruffians and goblins go home. Yeah, that was a great slugfest. That was really, really
Yeah,
cool.
that was definitely a slugfest. There were at least 4 turns where I was like, this is my last turn. We're done.
I know, yeah. But it was also a little bit, not only was it just a slugfest, but it was also a bit of a chess game because breaking through Atheron was definitely a big moment, I think, where Atheron and maybe even Little Speck caused enough havoc and distraction to kind of help out as well. He didn't last as long as the big beefy heroes, but man, thank you, Jim Stewart. Thank you, Flash Kaboom. Thank you guys, Clyde Dashing. Throw some howdies in there for me so I know who all's on here. So we are thinking about trying to make a road trip in October. So for those of you that are still on here, you know, you might think about trying to join Casa Pulp Alley when we try to make a road trip here in October. I think we're going to try and make a trip over to Albuquerque. We don't know exactly when the date is going to be yet, but it would be kind of mid-October is what we're aiming at. So for anybody that's in the, you know, the greater Albuquerque circle, we want to make sure that y'all can come see us and play with us in Albuquerque. So more news about that. Probably too early for me to really be talking about it, but that's never stopped me before. So please take a moment. Make sure you have clicked that like button for us. Click the share button. Give us some support out there because we really do need your help. Show a little bit of love for the Pulp Alley game. I guess that's it for today, Mike. You pulled out a win. I did not think that was going to happen. I did not think that was going to happen.
3, I didn't think it was going to happen.
So. I know. It just really felt like the good guys were on the back foot, like most of the scenario. Even those last few scenarios, getting Bilbo down and Atheron, he actually probably benefited from being in some tight terrain where they couldn't get to him. So with maximum numbers, they could have been getting, 4 or 5 guys on him. I was glad I had that little window entrance back there to sneak some guys through too. If you'd like to do this with us on a Sunday morning, get signed up. Send us an email or a Facebook message and say, hey, I want to play too. We schedule about 2 months in advance, so there is a bit of a waiting list, but if you want on that list, let us know. We're going to talk to you very soon. Big howdy out to William Schmidt-Motson and Luis on here as well, and Telemachus and Chad. Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful community of Pulp Alley. We really do appreciate you guys. I got to go get some lunch. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Mike Ditchburn. All right.